No, I've kind of biffed it on. It's coming in right now. We're getting. No, are you guys live? Let me go to the Hoppy Hour channel. Thanks for shouting it out on Instagram. I don't even have an Instagram for the Hoppy Hour, but yeah, there's like a. Let me see this. No, Oh, I'm waiting. I've kind of biffed it on. It's coming in right now. We're getting. No, are you? Yeah, we're good. No, we're totally good. I was just way too loud on my mic. I had my shit way too high, I think.
Okay. I'm on the Hoppy Hour. I'm on the Hoppy Hour page right now, and I'm not seeing anything.
Oh, we're live. 6 people are watching. There's Ryan Carter coming in. There's
Really?
yeah. So let me go to.
What the hell?
Can you guys hear us? Check one. Check one.
There we are.
You see us?
There we are.
All right. Who looks better? Let us know in the comment section. Mike Brady, what's going on, Kurt? Oh, why is it coming through? Can you guys hear Brian?
Yeah, Mike, it's Brand.
Yeah.
Brand.
Audio output for some reason is coming. It's coming through my.
They can hear me. It's like we're buffering right now for reason.
We can hear each other. All right, let's go to.
I think. Okay. I'm on the Hoppy Hour. I'm on the Hoppy Hour.
Brian, can you hear me? Oh, cool. What's going on, everybody? Brian, you don't see us? Oh, we're live, bro. We're on the. It looks good on mine. I guess. Do you want to reload it or you push play on it? I'll send you a picture or a video right now. Cool. I don't know if Brian needs any introduction. Brian from Short Circuited Brewers. He did the broadcast. What's going on, bro? Can you see it? Sound like Brian is on a walkie-talkie. Sounds good. Sounds really good on mine. I got some stuff written down. I can hear you. Let me see how it sounds on. Let me turn the audio up really fast. On a walkie-talkie. What is my input audio capture going through? Sounds good. Sounds really good on mine. I got some. Mine sounds like shit. Stuff written down. Mine's going through like a built-in mic. I can hear you. Let me see how it sounds on. Let me turn the audio really fast. On a walkie-talkie.
So it's in your headset only, apparently. It's not going through the...
What is my input? Let's try that. What about now? What about now? Audio input capture. Damn, this is a bummer. No, you can keep the chat. Audio. Let's go to
scene. I'm just gonna go from scratch. We're gonna go display capture. No, chat box. Get rid of that. Let's go to alert box. Audio input capture. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. Audio input. Logitech's good. Okay, types fast. Need closed captioner. It should work. Let's go to. How about now? Let's go to. Okay, what's going on? They can hear me now. So for some reason that worked. Now I'm going to pull you in. We're going to go to display capture. And let's go. Nope, not that. Let's go to. What the hell's that? I can't learn anything else. Okay, I got you. I'm jealous. I'm very interested. Okay, so I've got you in here now. Thing. All right. We're gonna do something like that. Can you guys hear Brian? Man, what a fucking nightmare, man. This really sucks. This really fucking sucks. Man. Oh. Audio input capture. Fuck, hold on.
No. They can't hear you, I don't think.
Oh, man.
No audio on UCH.
No, they can hear me.
Yeah.
Audio input capture. Let's delete that. Hello.
Hello.
It's not even showing up. God damn it.
I've got beers that need to be carbonated, so I had that.
Okay, so that's Brian. Okay, I think my audio is good. Hello. Okay, my audio is good, and we're gonna do audio output capture. And let's go. We'll call this Brian's audio.
There's so much of a delay on our.
I mean, that's what this is exactly what I had last time, man. Sometimes this OBS stuff is an absolute nightmare, and sometimes it works. I mean, I can hear you fine.
Can you? Can they hear me? I wonder.
Now
Do you have a Zoom
It's
account?
doing all that choppy shit again. All right,
Is it really?
Yeah. Is it? Can I hear something, Brian? Check one.
Yeah, I don't know. Am I here? Okay, everybody's good now. Money, they say money.
All good now. It's
He
just
came in Lima Charlie.
all
right, don't say anything.
I'm gonna turn it up and then turn it back on. Everything's set up in OBS. We're good in that department.
Your audio was really bad.
You sound great now.
Okay, that's good now.
Yes. Yes. Okay. What's going on?
All right.
Let me get a beer. Good Lord.
Cheers,
what's going
everybody.
on, everybody? Cheers.
You pour another beer here.
Brian from Short Circuited.
Yep, I've already busted through.
I got one too. I got the hat to match.
I already busted through my first beer while we were doing all the troubleshooting. Go back. No. I can hear you.
Can you hear me now? Oh, I got the bigger one. I haven't seen this before. Dangerous Waters.
Got the bigger what?
Sierra Nevada, big little something. You're drinking the little something, I think. What's going on, Kurt? What's going on, Papercut?
Yeah.
Audio is good. Al Wilson, Papercut. What's going on, Ray? Papercut sent me some stickers. I've got a funny story about his stickers. Rasmus, what's going on? He's out there in Europe. It's like 4 a.m. Cooking with beer. Shout out to Hell's Brews. And Chris Vodka.
Oh, big little thing IPA.
Yeah. We do.
And we didn't plan this, people. So it's like we didn't plan this at all.
Cheers. Pour it up.
Foundry, Kurt.
Oh.
Demon voice though. Okay, so you got the James Earl, the JEJ going on.
Yeah, I don't know how much longer this happy hour thing's gonna work. Every week it's like a disaster, but I'll look into that Zoom thing you were talking about later. Every week it's like the biggest headache ever, man. It's not
dude. Seriously, go to OBS. You might just Streamlab. I've never had luck with it. Just go straight OBS for free and download the Zoom NDI plugin, and literally you can just pick a Zoom call as a source in your feed and in your scene, and it works like a dream, man. I did a whole live stream with a dude that was on a Zoom call, and he was connected the whole time. So
we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna work with what we got. Demon voice right now. I want to hear it actually. Let's turn them shits up.
you can just pick a Zoom call as a source in your feed.
I'll tell you how bad it is.
Yeah, I can hear myself too. It sounds like really deep, kind of.
Oh, it's okay. We're fine. I feel like I'm finally going through puberty.
Okay.
I think it's my ear. My first armpit hair.
Hey, everybody. CH's nuts just dropped.
Golf clap. Let us know in the comment section where you guys are at in the world, what you guys are drinking. Who put out videos this week? Brian put out a video this week. It was a good video. I'm going to steal the idea and talk about my first YouTube video. I put out a cooking with beer video. Trent put out a video. Trent had a cool lager video, The Brew Show. Hop Killer put out a really good video on a brewery that he went to. I got to finish watching it. I watched the first half. I got some stuff written down. That was the first.
I had to pop out the chat because I'm watching this on screen and it's throwing me off because there's such a delay. So
I know.
I'm just gonna watch the chat.
Yeah, just watch the chat.
What do we
Yeah,
have?
I've got two. I'm rocking two screens so I can see the chat as well as have the other one up. So we're good.
You know what sucks about that?
Homebrew seltzer.
Homebrew seltzer, right on. You know what sucks about that is when you're at like Chili's or something or Buffalo Wild Wings and there's two TVs like right next to each other, but one of them's 5 seconds behind. It drives me so crazy.
Yeah.
Why are they cheering? I haven't even seen the touchdown yet.
Yeah.
Get your shit together.
Yeah. We'll see. Because I cut the cord a while back, so I don't have like satellite or cable or anything like that, and it's kind of goofy sometimes. Like if I was watching YouTube TV, Amazon seemed like it was streaming a little bit faster than what YouTube was on YouTube TV. Like I was using the app on a Roku versus an Amazon Fire Stick, so it'd be like there was like about a 2 or 3 second delay, and it was like what?
Yeah, man, it could be very obnoxious. But if that's the worst problem in your day, it's probably a pretty good day.
I mean, first world problems, right?
First world problems. I don't even know. I try to write stuff down. For those who are not aware, we did a podcast probably about 2 weeks ago. It was a really good one. It got like 300 downloads in the first couple of days. That's good for me. That's good for anything that I've ever tried to start. It's definitely weird how this podcast thing works. Like growing up, when you went to the warehouse and bought CDs and stuff like that, there was no like podcast section. Now actually listening to people talk competes with music. It's very interesting. It's very interesting to me. Why do you think it works that way, Brian?
It's definitely weird. Yeah, I agree with you.
Listening to people talk?
I don't know. I think I think people like to consume that kind of content when they're like on their way to work, or if they're riding a train, or just like mowing the lawn or whatever. I mean, I think that people just like to hear a conversation, because a lot of times, I mean, if you get into like I like to watch like Joe Rogan, or like I listened to Howard Stern for a long time.
Yeah.
And I mean, I kind of like that long form conversation. Like, like recently I watched Rob Lowe on Joe Rogan. It was probably a few months ago. Like, you get to know that person in that podcast. I mean, you get to know who they are and kind of what makes them tick, stuff like that. So it's like a 15-minute interview about their movie or whatever, and it's like, to know a person. And that was, that podcast that we did, you did a great job. And talked for another hours. I mean, I think I told you that, but we just went back and forth talking about stuff, and honestly, and I told CH this later in a message back, a direct message to him. The whole origin story and everything that happened with the channel and all that stuff, and talking about was almost kind of healing to me, because it was honestly pretty traumatic when I was going through it. And then, I didn't realize how much it affected me until I was telling the DH story. And then it was like, kind of started coming back to me. And then it was like, it was very, because I'd never told this story before to anybody outside of anything. I mean, my wife knew, but other than that, I hadn't told the story to anybody. And so, telling you was therapy almost. And it was a,
I hear you, man. I wrote that down. I don't know if you saw that or not, but I just highlighted. I wrote down Brian's lucky to be alive, because there's a lot of Craigslist bad stories and inviting people over to your house and inviting stray dogs into your home and stuff like that. It could be, that's how horror movies are made, picking up the hitchhiker, meeting the stranger.
Yeah.
They find out where you live. Yeah. But I think you're right.
Jay, we did get so.
That was good. That was a enjoyable podcast for me, and I look at it as the same. I look at that as communication, 50-50 therapy, and I think I'm with you on that. It's like there's a realness to it, right? Like I think podcasts work because of like social media. There's so much like social media in the world, or like clickbait in the world. Everyone's like, I used to like fall in love with girls over their MySpace, and then you meet them in real life. On your MySpace, you're like the life of the party, and you're so happy, and everything's a vodka shot, and you're so gorgeous every angle all the time when you wake up. And then you meet them in real life, and they're like Wednesday from The Addams Family, just bitchy and one-word answers. You're like, you didn't do a good job.
You're like, what?
Yeah. You didn't do a good job portraying yourself to how you actually are. But you can't, with a podcast, that's like as real as it gets. Like, that's as like, you're not in character. You know, like
Yeah.
Edward Norton Jr. went on Joe Rogan. He was talking about like doing that movie American History X and like how like that could have like, that was a ballsy call in his life and stuff like that. And I was like, that's cool. This is interesting.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Sure.
for those who don't know the story or didn't listen to the podcast, Brian, you want to tell us how you started your YouTube channel?
Yeah. So it was kind of interesting because I had been brewing for a couple of years, and then I came across the electricbrewery.com and started looking at doing a little brewing and stuff. That was pretty cool. So I'm like, okay, well, I want to build an electric system. I couldn't really afford to do a full-on 3-vessel perm system or whatever at that time. So I did a rim system with it was just a rim system at first with a propane burner, and I upgraded from there to a rim system with an electric kettle. Well, when I upgraded to the electric kettle, I sold my keggle. So I had a keggle that I was, firing with the propane. So I put it on Craigslist, thinking I would just sell it or whatever, and got a call from a guy, and he, kind of tried to talk me down on the price and all this. And I had a price already, like pretty much to move anyway. And so, I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. I'm like, I'll meet you, at a Giant Eagle parking lot close to that at the time. And I go guy at the time and out of my truck, out of his truck, and so we talk a little bit and what I was doing and all kind of stuff. And so I told him to go electric and all that, and he's like, well, that's interesting or whatever, and he's like, well, could we come see it? Could I come see it? And I'm like, okay. I didn't really know who I was, but I'm like, okay, cool. So the day comes when he's supposed to come over and check out the electric system that I had going on. And he calls me like probably a half an hour before he's supposed to be there. And he's like, hey, is it cool if I bring somebody? And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, well, I'm like, was kind of hesitant. And he's like, well, we're on our way. I'm like, okay. So, they show up and stuff and knock on the garage door because I was still brewing out in the garage at that time. Even though I was electric, I had run a circuit out to the garage and was doing that. And so they came in and checked it out and stuff, and they were like, "Oh, wow, that's cool." And we kind of hit it off together. And we were watching videos at the time, SJ Pour and some of the other homebrew channels. And doing stuff with, well, it was kind of, I don't know if people remember, but several years ago, like the big thing was like Brew Wednesday. Everybody would kind of go on and tell what you were doing, what you had brewed, or what the deal was. And some people still do it now, but I don't participate in it. But we thought it would be kind of cool if we do a homebrew Wednesday, and how about if we kind of do a round robin kind of thing where one guy will do one Wednesday, one guy will do next Wednesday, and we just kind of do a round robin thing. And that's kind of how it got started. Was we started making videos on what we were doing. Guys started building an electric system, and then he wanted to build an electric system, but he didn't really have a whole lot of knowledge about it. So I wound up building the system for him, and then so we just that's kind of how the channel got started. So,
and that's the good story of it. Obviously, if you want to check out the broadcast, it goes a little bit lengthier over ownership.
Yeah, it went kind of south from there, but yeah.
Which is good to figure out early because, it doesn't matter if you're a YouTuber or a business owner or you got an inheritance or some conversion comes in. It destroys a lot of people. It destroys a lot of friendships. It destroys a lot of families. So, you want to have, I would say, is the least amount of people involved in something like this, and especially, owners and stuff, and B, put it into writing, because when there is a conversion, whether you're getting ad revenue or you're getting product placement or you're selling t-shirts, it's going to get weird. If if you're not on the same page. So check that out.
Yeah, I mean, it did have to be a business transaction at that point. I mean, you have to have almost like a staff or like some people that you're paying as contract workers or whatever.
For sure.
I think it'd be tough to have a YouTube where you had like 3 owners. It's like it would get really weird and iffy really quick. So
yeah, I used to work at a winery. I can say it for the sake of pretty much every video I've ever done, I've gotten in trouble for or rubbed somebody the wrong way. Every brewery, girlfriend, boyfriend, story, person, brand, beer is just named Roger from here on out. Roger Winery up in Napa, because they'll hear about it. But if you looked at, it was 2 families on the back, like every wine or beer has like a story on the side of it, like talks about like how deep beer is, or tapping into the Rockies or the beautiful mountain ranges or something. And it was like brought to you by this family and this family. We've been doing business for 30 years. They can't be in the same room with each other. Because when there's inheritances and when you want to grow, and not only that, it's a couple sons, but now it's sons with their wives, or even worse, ex-wives, so now they're trying to talk about what you need to do and sell, and this guy wants to get his money now, this guy wants to let it sit for 10 more years. Nightmare of a situation. I got 2 things.
I got to tell you, I grew up like really strict, like church stuff and everything. And there's one thing, and I'm not a huge like religious person at all by any means, but there's a passage that says that the money is the root of all evil. I swear to God, that is 100% true, dude.
And it's that moral of the story, or like that movie they made, like A Simple Plan. Like if 5 friends even stumble across that bag of money in the field or coming back from the hunting range, it's like, this guy wants to keep it, this guy wants to divvy it up 5 different ways, this guy wants to turn it into the police, and it's like destroys it's a good movie, check it out. And then they parodied it in Human Giant on TV. But yeah, money's the root of all evil, and put shit into writing. Anything you do, whether it's a YouTube channel or a business or a brewery, or anything. Make sure you guys are on the same page.
Have a contract or a prenup.
Yeah. I mean, that's what when I was a little kid, I remember, or I was in college, there was a teacher that said, never work for a company that doesn't have a mission statement. And I thought that was the stupidest thing ever. It was like, I don't care if they have a mission statement or not. But the older I get, it's like, yeah, that's the page that they're supposed to be on. You're not all going to believe in it. You're not all going to buy into it the same or be as passionate or, put in as much effort as each other. But that's the page. Like, that's at least like what this bank or Target or Walmart is trying to do. I got a question for you. This is
okay.
A drastic segue. Your thoughts on brewing a hard seltzer? I don't think you've done any videos or talked about it on social media.
I haven't. I'm not opposed to the idea at all.
Do you drink them?
To be honest with you, not so much. And I'm not a huge fan, and I'll tell you because I don't like the assault on the palate that it does.
Okay.
And maybe I've not had good ones. I don't know, but I don't really like carbonated water. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, it
just seemed the CO2 aspect of it just kind of harsh to me. However, I definitely would consider one. Pre-COVID, I would do a Christmas party with my brother. My brother-in-law would do a Christmas party every year. And last year was the first year I had actually, but I grew like hell for this party, and I would literally 25 gallons to the Christmas party. I'll take White Claw or some kind of
truly,
some kind of to one of the parties, because see, all the chicks were drinking that. Like, well, why can't I make it and have them drink my stuff rather than what they're bringing to the party. So, it's one of those things where I definitely thought about it and I would do it, not necessarily for myself, but for other people.
Fair enough. There you guys heard it. I've got a funny Super Bowl bet for you guys. You guys want to hear this really fast? Do you know Maury, the guy that does the Homebrew for Life? He's kind of like my sidekick. A little bit bigger guy, kind of a little bit older. He looks like the human version.
Like your dude.
Yeah, he looks like the human version of Pete from like Mickey Mouse. Like who's the big Pete guy? He looks like that. So check this out. So did you watch the Super Bowl, Brian?
Nah, I didn't.
You're not a sports guy out there in Ohio? Anyway,
No, you know, Buckeyes is about it. Really, I'm pretty sure that
college football.
we were watching. What are we watching right now? There's a show on HBO that's just like freaking blowing my mind. Why can't I think of the name of it?
The Sopranos.
I've watched that one already.
I'm watching it again right now.
It is the Outsider.
Oh, I watched it.
Is a freaking awesome.
I watched it. I'll leave it at that. I want to hear.
I think we're watching that.
I want to hear when you wrap it up. I want to hear what your take on the ending was. But so Maury, he's the Raj that does the sidekick stuff with me, and Roger. No, I can say Maury. So he was in Vegas before Tom Brady was the quarterback for the Buccaneers, and there was a stint where the Buccaneers didn't have their quarterback, Jameis Winston, nor did they have Tom Brady, and they were 500 to 1 odds. And Maury bet $1 that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were going to win the Super Bowl. So he bet $1. He should have just bet $5 or $10. Like, what the hell is $1 going to do? He bet $1. He's got to go back to Vegas to redeem his $500 from the casino, and he's got a year to do it. Outsiders. Is it even worth it? Would you sell it on eBay?
Well,
I hate Vegas.
Would I sell what on you? Oh, yeah. Who knows?
I don't know. I guess it's a free Vegas trip, right? I don't know how far $500 goes, but he won $500 betting on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win the Super Bowl when they were 500 to 1 odds. That's crazy. What are you drinking? Is that homebrew? Or is that still your...
No, this little thing IPA. I'm looking at black and kind of weird stuff floating in the bottom of the glass. This is Sierra Nevada.
That's on.
You see all that?
I do see that. Hit him up.
Look at all that stuff floating in there.
Hit him up on Yelp, man. It's probably their first batch. Give him the.
What
Yelp.
the hell?
Do you speaking of Yelp? Do you respond to trolls? I kind of wrote back to a troll this morning, and I immediately deleted it, and I kind of felt like an idiot. Just like
we talked about this podcast, but yeah. Well, it was kind of funny because since you say guy today, on my base mixing video, he was like, concrete is the substance that they put in blah 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 blah, and plum means straight up and down.
That long.
And I just responded back. I'm like, oh hey, I'm like, okay, cool, thanks for the clarification. And then he was ballsy enough to respond and go, well, I know you did say you weren't like a contractor or anything, so brew on. I'm like, yeah, whatever, douche.
Yeah, I said this on the last broadcast. If you write something that's generally more than 2 sentences, whether it's Yelp or Amazon review or YouTube, you're probably a piece of shit. And I woke up to kind of a big one. I try to read every comment, and I don't delete them unless it's like, it involves the women or the children type shit, like everything else is fair play.
Yeah.
But some dude was like, good luck making food cooking videos. They're all going to be the same. You shit on Josh Wiseman's beer video and what the fuck, man, or something. And I was like, I'm holding my ground. I talked about Josh Wiseman on the Brew Cabin. Are you familiar with Joshua Wiseman? Yeah,
I watch his videos all the time, man.
Okay, yeah. So he did a beer video, and I said that it's like you can.
Yeah, I know it's like 1.6 million views or something like that.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying, like, if you get into, you could tell that he learned that on the fly. You know, it's like a Belgian batch with like the most beginner stuff. And I said that if you type in how to make beer, I think that video shows up number 1. That's how I came across that video. And I said, this is not a good way to learn how to make beer. I could tell that he even says in the video, I don't drink beer. I don't like beer. And I said, yeah, like that's
same thing with Brother Green Eats or Pro Home Cooks. I think they rebranded their channel. Pro Home Cooks, they did a IPA video, and it has like 600 and something thousand views. And I watched it, and I'm like, well, they go to a brewery and talk to people about making the beer and all kind of stuff like that. But it's like, it's not really like how to brew beer kind of thing,
right.
But
it's a title for them. It's a title.
So and they have an audience too. I mean, let's face it.
Yeah, and that's at the end of the day, that's at the end of the point. Josh Wiseman has been probably a YouTuber putting out consistent, great videos, great produced videos for a week, every week for the last probably 5 to 10 years. That's the success of any YouTube channel. But if you're a home brewer that's been brewing for 10 years and you watch his videos on how to brew, you're not going to learn anything. If you're a new person starting out, that's not the homebrew video you're going to want to watch. Talking about thermometers and like the terminology and stuff like that. You want like a 30-minute in-depth video on probably all grain. I would just jump straight into all grain at this point. So some guy was like, you shit on Josh Wiseman. I was like, I'm saying exactly what I said right now. And I wrote back to him, I instantly deleted it. I was like, I can't, at the end of the day, if you're arguing with somebody on Reddit or the internet, you're the loser. Like you lose by default. It's like I'm arguing with a stranger. If you would say it's shit talking,
yeah,
you can spin it. I just said exactly what I said. However you want to chop it up, that's on you. What I meant by that was that we talked about this on the podcast too. I can't shoot 50 more times of like weighing out grain or weighing out hops or putting like 2 ounces into. That's what I meant by that. And he meant like all videos are kind of the same. I don't know what he meant, but like, yeah, you could legitimately say like every fitness channel is the same or every beer video is the same. Like I get where he's right there, but what I meant was like different shots. That's what I meant by that. So I'm not gonna fucking write back to him.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's reinventing at this point. I mean, it's like
hey, bro.
I put something on Instagram the other day using a balloon on an airlock, and of course immediately people come out with the Brewlosophy thing, and I'm like, take it easy, guys. I didn't say I invented this or that like I thought it up or anything like that. I was just sharing with you what I was doing. I'm like, I'm not trying to take credit for it. I'm just sharing what I'm doing, and I'm trying something new. So, people, I'm like, well, but not really, because people have already done it before. And, and then somebody chimed in, well, Marshall from Philosophy, he didn't invent it either. I'm like, well, whatever, who cares? I mean, let's just share information. It doesn't have to be like any kind of ownership of any of this shit. It's just like, just share and everybody can benefit from it. That's all that matters.
And there's more than one way to skin a cat, especially with cooking and home brewing. There's 10 different ways to DIY or add this hop or do something, cool it down that way. At the end of the day, we want the final product. I don't really care how you got there. I just want to drink whatever you are describing. It should taste like that. That's what I'm interested in. I am interested in the process, but I'm saying there's 10 ways to do it, and everyone's gonna, that's one of the main reasons why I turn the comments off on the Instagram Instagram post, because there's always gonna be the guy that's like, you did it wrong. I could have done it this way. Well, I did it at 62. Nothing was wrong with my Belgian-y thing. It's like, right on, man. You're the man, dude. Thank you. Follow. Have a good day. I don't even want to open that door, man. So. Yeah. But I think we got a pretty good chat. We got 50 people here. This is Brian from Short Circuit. I put on my merch.
Awesome.
He sent this to me out of the kindness of his heart. I had a joke. I had a Paper Cut sent me some stickers. He sent me a mask and a t-shirt. I'll be wearing that soon. But Paper Cut, you sent me stickers, and it's one color for all of the stickers. So I put it on my fridge. No one can see it. It doesn't look like anything. I'm repping you on my kegerator. But it's all white, dude. It's white on white. Like you got to at least have 2 colors. 2 to 3 colors, I think, is in the same price range to get stuff printed out. Yeah, here you go, man. It's right there. I promise. Brewlosophy.
The sink, right?
What's up?
Mm.
What's up? Yeah. Win-win. What's up, Greg Winners? What's
He
going
said
on?
philosophy is not.
Brewlosophy is not
Yeah.
gospel.
I mean, you know, that's all the experiments is. I mean, I go read his stuff all the time about, you know, what he does and everything. Matter of fact, I've got a video that I'm going to be releasing pretty soon about, you know, I did a cold brewed coffee and I did a hot brew coffee and added them to a stout that I recently brewed. And I you know, I punched it in the old Google machine just to see who's done it before, because I know I'm not the first person to do the comparison. And so Marshall comes up, and so I'm like, I read through the, you know, I kind of skimmed through the blog post, and it was kind of funny because it was more anecdotal than any kind of real, you know, normally they have like, you know, the triangle and 5 people out of 10 had this and that. And it was, you know, the results were inconclusive because the moon and the sun and the Venus and, you know, Saturn shined on Uranus and all that kind of stuff. But he was kind of like, well, you know, I thought I could tell the difference, but I wasn't sure. And then, you know, he kind of threw out the whole, because he did like a triangle test and all that stuff. But, you know, I thought it'd be fun. I got a pretty expensive coffee at something that was like bourbon flavored coffee. And so I'm going to do a video and I'll have Kelly take with me. That's kind of her beer. She's stout. So we look for that video coming up pretty soon. And, you know, we'll see what we think about it. Yeah, I think that the hot brewed coffee is probably going to be a little bit more on the bourbon flavor than the cold brew, but we'll see. So who knows?
I'm looking forward to that video. And I just saw Trent show up. Trent, what's going on? Trent, throw your lager video in the chat if you want to, man. This is all about promoting your stuff, being cool. There's rules to chats. There's do's and do nots. Don't overly self promote your selfie page. Self promote your selfie page. That's a new name for my band. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that video. Yeah, I think everyone's. I think I'm speaking for everyone, and I think we have similar channels. We have to kind of stick to the more like solving for X videos. You know, there's a lot of like, Homebrew for Life video. I need to be better at my content strategy, because like my last couple of videos are like top 10 tips for beginners or top 10 myths or like what's the best beer software. It's like, how do I, you know, get content out without, you know, doing grain to glass video? But we have like how to do it solving for X, because there's channels out there that, you know, recipe development are talking about very much things that are subjective. I think the stuff that makes sense for us, it's like, here's how it works. This is why it works. This is why it's bad. This is the price tag.
Yeah. One of the things that I get caught up in a lot, and it's kind of funny for me, is that, you know, I try to like combine like 3 or 4 videos into one thing. So like I'm, you know, reviewing a brew bag, but I'm going to review something else with that beer, and I'm going to do this other thing. So like, I try to maximize what I'm doing with the content, because I mean, it's tough to, especially if you're reviewing equipment or whatever, it's tough to brew every single weekend. You know, if you have a life and a family and all that kind of stuff, it's hard to do that. And, you know, quite frankly, I mean, that's a lot of what we do, unless you do like what you're talking about, recipe development videos or whatever. You know, I'm my own recipes, but I'm by no means an expert. And I mean, a lot of stuff I do. First that I brewed that, and it needs to be a hit. You know, there's several beers done that. Just come be just looking at ingredients and what I've got and putting it together, and lo and behold, it comes out great. But I'm by no means an expert as far as, you know, creating recipes and all that kind of stuff. I just want to do something that's my own and not, you know, a kit or somebody else's or whatever. So, you know, it's like, if you want, you know, homebrew, you know, recipe development philosophy or whatever, you know, Genus Brewing or David Heath. I mean, David has been doing some, you know, all kind of like style guideline videos and stuff like that, which is all I could never do that. I don't have enough experience brewing kind of, so, you know, it's like, I'm be upfront and honest with you. You know, it's like, you know, if it's good, sometimes I'll tell people, people will be like, "Oh, share the recipe." I'm like, "Hey, I don't know if it's any good or not, so I'm I'm not going to share it yet."
Yeah, and you know why we're never going to be recipe development experts? It's because we edit our videos. Me and you edit all of our
Why is
videos.
it?
Because we edit all of our videos. It's too time consuming. I'd be a way better brewer if I didn't have to edit. I'd be a way better brewer
Yeah.
if I didn't spend 40 hours a week trying to write shitty jokes and 90s movies and whatever, all the bullshit. I spend all my time editing, writing.
You do a great job with it.
What's up?
You do a great job with it.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, the cooking video, and like I
I
said,
love it.
the cooking video was the first video I've ever done all by myself. Trent, I've done a video with Trent before. We did bagel bratwurst, and it was a super fun video. I didn't know. I'm an idiot. Trent's vegan, and I'm doing like this bagel bratwurst video with all these knotwursts and bratwurst and beer cheese and Velveeta and shit. And
Here, have this. Here,
Yeah.
take this.
mandatory cheese chug, mandatory bratwurst bite. But he can
I'm not ovo vegetarian, bro.
Yeah.
Where's my vegan dog?
he brought his vegan dogs. He was prepared for it. I wasn't. But he was like,
Yeah.
he's like, I see you. Like, me and Maury were arguing, and I'm kind of getting into it with Maury. He's maybe getting too drunk, and Trent's like, well, I see like you're editing in your head. Like, I see like that's like what you're gonna use and cut out and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, that's why I suck at actually making beer, because I have to spend all my time telling people to not smoke cigarettes close to the door and to shut the hell up and give them Ubers if they get too drunk, and then edit and write and edit and write and try to look cool on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and shit.
I mean, you can never, ever have too much B-roll. Because you never know when you're gonna have to cut some stupid thing that you said and overlay it with sparging or pouring the grain in or pouring some hot or whatever the case may be. But
I think
no problem for a show. Vegan is no problem at all, and whatever you want to do, it's all you.
The brew show is the vegan. My girlfriend is the vegan, and I'm the guy that's like, you got to eat more meat because there's dates on meat, and they throw that shit away just like there's dates on beer, and don't let that animal die in vain. But live your life. We're not here to talk about lifestyles, but no one cares what you eat, who you voted for, what your eye in the sky is or isn't. We're here because we drink beer, and
right.
So me and Trent talked. We're gonna do another collab. We talked last night. We're gonna do like beer battered waffle pancake video for St. Patrick's Day or something. So maybe somebody could brew us beer, send us a supporter, and we're just gonna remake all the videos that we already did back in 2017 when the channel got 18 views a video.
Green waffles, Raj. Green waffles.
I'm in. Yeah, let's do it. We'll send Brian out here. Brian, we talked about this on the Rajcast, and it looks like California's pretty much opened up. So it looks like we're going to be hanging out for BrewCon, which is when? July?
It's June, like the last week of June.
BrewCon,
if
party
I'm
at
not
my
mistaken.
house. Not party at my house. But let's party somewhere.
Yeah.
Are you going to for sure be here if it's opened up?
Yeah, I want to be there. I don't know, if I can, because like my day job has some restrictions and stuff on, what I can do if I go out of town or whatever, then I have to quarantine for frickin', X amount of time or whatever. I really want to be there. It was so depressing to not have one this year. It was in Tennessee, and I was going to frickin' drive down there and be there and, not have to fly or that kind of stuff and bring back a whole crap load of merch.
Yeah.
But,
and beer.
It was not to be, so.
What, I mean, tell everybody,
tell
everybody where you're located and stuff. I don't even know where the hell you are. Sort of.
Yeah, I'm in Ohio.
Where the hell's that? Like by the Great
Central
Lakes?
Ohio. Yeah. I mean, it's Michigan's above us. Kentucky's below us. Pennsylvania's on one side and Indiana's on the other side.
So that's pretty rare that you're from Ohio and you're not watching the Super Bowl, I'd imagine, or no?
I don't know. You know, I've never, I don't know. Professional sports have just never been much of an allure to me, honestly. I mean, I feel like a lot of times they're overpaid babies, but that's my opinion. I don't know. I've never,
They are.
I don't know. I've just
They're
never,
all
I lived in
overrated.
Texas for a long time. Yeah, I grew up in Texas, and when we had the Dallas Cowboys down there, but I never was really introduced into college football until I moved to Ohio. So it was like it was one of those weird things, I never really got involved with doing, watching any kind of professional sports. The only thing I really watch now is like Supercross. I mean, I was something that I used to ride dirt bikes back in the day, and
There you go.
I went to a few live Supercross events in Texas Stadium back when it was in Arlington, and enjoyed the hell out of that. And then used to subscribe to all the Supercross, motocross magazines and all that stuff. I'm still watching stuff. So
Jeremy McGrath. All those guys are from like Encinitas and Temecula, a little bit
yeah,
east of where we are.
Yeah.
But a lot of Murrieta, a lot of Temecula. There's not that much to do out there in Temecula, Murrieta. You either wrestle, get really good at MMA or motocross, or just do a bunch of meth, a lot of crystal meth. And other than that, religion's huge out there. Like the more
pretty anime also, but it's just kind of, I don't know, I just kind of dwindled away from that too. I mean, I used to watch a lot of that stuff all the time, but I don't know, just not so much anymore.
Fair enough. What's going on with the chat? Is Vlad here? David Klein, what's up? Most Beers Vegan. Dawson's Creek theme song. Best YouTube name ever. I got him in the last video. He supported local. Rasmus, Tom Alvarado, going on. Tom was at Culver this week. I was hanging out with Mike from Culver last night. He comes over and does some of the videos with us. Yeah. Drink wine in Temecula. Jay Reynolds, Axel Hodges is from there too. I grew up with his brother, Austin. They are fucking rich. They were like the richest family in my high school. And I went to a high school where pretty much the students drove nicer cars than the teachers. There was like upper middle class, white La Costa suburbia. All the movies you saw, Mean Girls, every high school movie was pretty much my high school. But yeah, Axel Hodges is all over the newspapers for motocross these days. Come out to Glen Helen. No, we're not doing that, Vlad. I think I'm speaking for Brian too. If I don't know where it's been or it doesn't sound cool, we're not going there.
No, Glen Helen is a outdoor motocross.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh,
I got you. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Okay, fair
enough. It's not like Nurse Ratched or anything.
Right. Cuckoo's Nest. But if you guys, back to what we're saying, HomebrewCon is in this
gorgeous
summer.
George Austin, East Mill Creek Brewing in the house.
He's the Barrage. What's up, you Barrage? George is cool as hell.
He's the Barrage.
George is one of the guys that started, sent me stickers or did a actual. I think George was the first dude who I had to get a P.O. box. I'm sure you have to get a P.O. box too because your wife probably hates that too. Shit coming to your house and everybody knows where you live. But George was like the first dude that actually sent something, I think, to my P.O. box. And I was like, whoa, that $100 a year for this shitty
I've
little...
got that glass from George just like this. It's got East Mill Creek Brewing on it and everything. I love that glass.
I'm jealous. I want mine. But George was the first dude that sent me something. I was
Limited time only.
Yeah, probably. It was before the Homebrew for Lifetime. But yeah, like I remember like first couple times I got something in my P.O. box, and I'm still stoked because it happens like once a week. But I was like, holy shit, like this worked. Someone like saw a video or read my Instagram shit correctly, and it was George with some stickers. So I have them right next to Paper Cuts stickers, but you can actually see George's because they're not all white. It's not white on white.
George's has a rainbow, like a full kind of thing on it, right?
Yeah, it's very distinctive. It's black and white, and it's a good logo. So the thing about logos is you got to keep it simple. This is simple. When you try to get too good of a graphic or too many colors, that's when it goes to shit. I mean, who the hell am I? Maybe.
Yeah, it has to be legible.
Right. It's got to look at Nike. It's one thing. Look at Taco Bell's. It's like a purple bell. You know, it's got to be.
Yep.
Less is more.
Yep.
All right, so I saw this. This is
And
probably
honestly, that's like that you say that. It's kind of interesting that you say that because that's like how I approach my thumbnails. Is like my thumbnail has to tell the story of the video at a glance. It can't be too many words, too complicated. None of that kind of stuff. It's like it needs to tell the story of the video. Like you go, boom, I see the picture. I get what the video is about. It's not clickbait. It's not, it's nothing else, but this is what you're going to see.
I'm with you on that because with the thumbnail, and I didn't even learn about this till about a year ago, your thumbnail is also another title. Like you can put words on there. Like, a lot of YouTubers that just do the clickbait stuff, it's like the $10 steak versus like the $400 million steak, And you see the numbers in there, and like people are psychologically more inclined to click on it. I think my only video that actually like did good on the channel was like, what fermenter should you buy? And in the thumbnail, I had like the $5 Home Depot bucket, the $100 Anvil, the $700 SS Brewtech, the $15,000 whatever. And I think that's what worked. People were like, and it's a very in general brewing question. If you type in how to brew or how to all grain or what fermenter to buy, the number one video that shows up on that's going to have a ton of views. But I was thinking about making a video, and I want to run this by you, Brian. It's called How to Be a Typical Douchebag YouTuber. And you look at the number one thing that stands out to me is the thumbnail, because there's three things you pretty much do, right? You either have to look like you're bewildered, or like you just won the lotto, or like shit your pants, just like, or like something is like so hot or spicy, like the ultimate like, can you torture yourself face, And it's like, I want to do like a parody on that. It's like, well, here's how we write a YouTube video. It's me like blindfolding myself, chugging like a bottle of Fireball or something. Then it's like pin the tail on like whatever I have on like the dry erase board. And it's like, all right, now it's like thumbnail time. Today it's looked like we shit our pants at like the first day of school. Just like, how did I get into this mess? Like 90s sitcom guy, like we just
exactly.
We just transferred from the other school from shitting our pants. We gotta stop shitting our pants at school.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And you look at that once you make YouTube videos, and you look at like Mythical Mornings or everyone's YouTube channel. It's just like, look at my video from last night. I'm like so ecstatic to look at short rib. I'm not even looking at the short rib. I'm in my room going like. So I don't know. I was thinking about making a video about that without trying to rub too many people the wrong way. Shit your pants at school day. I don't know. But there's a joke in there. There's a parody in there without.
Like, can you see that on screen?
What's up? You're cutting out. What are you doing? You paying your bill?
I don't know. I'm sharing. I don't know if you can see it or not. Can you see?
Yes.
I don't know if you can or not.
Yes.
I'm not sure.
You did it good. Yeah. That's was that Photoshop?
Like a thumbnail? Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
Could you see the picture? I don't know if you can see the picture. Can you see the picture?
No.
All right, hang on. All right, let me stop sharing my screen here.
Yeah, you get your Chase Bank, your Chase Bank password.
My Chase Bank account. Yeah, exactly.
Pornhub.
My Chase Bank account.
All the weird shit that I watch.
Yeah, right.
Enzo, what's up, Enzo? Enzo is the dude that is 19 years old that is in the beer industry in San Diego. And he goes to breweries, and he's got a girlfriend who's 21 who buys him beer, and he works at a homebrew store.
Oh.
So he makes the beer, he sells the homebrew products, he goes and has his girlfriend buy him the beer, but he can't drink the damn beers. He's a legend.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Donovan Sanderson, what's up, you brunch? Donovan's the barrage, too. Roswell's is out there in North Dakota. You guys are probably on the same time zone. Yeah? You're East Coast time, right?
Me, yeah. But yeah, Eastern Standard Time, yeah.
East Coast time. That's crazy. Columbus is the same time zone as like Maine and shit? In New York?
Yeah.
Dude, we go to Arizona, it's like a different time zone. I think it's 1 hour ahead.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
There we go.
Down in Tennessee, if you go to the right place in Tennessee, it's like it's a different time. It's like Central Time Zone. It's the craziest thing ever.
You're the only 10 I see. Boom, boom, psh. All right, this is a weird beer right here. We're doing.
Yeah, right.
This is the biggest beer that came out of San Diego, aside from like Ballast Point and Stone. Mother Earth's Cali Cream and Nitro. This was their cash pig. And obviously, with a beer that sells, what do you do with it? You make fruity beers out of it. You make nitro beers out of it, and this is exactly what they did. And let's give it a go.
Nice here.
What's up?
You see, I was sharing my screen there. You see it now?
No. Let me see. I might be able to see it. Might be able to see it on Discord, but I can't see it on Streamlabs.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Okay, I got you. Hot and cold. Yeah.
For
Good thumbnail. You didn't look like you're shitting your pants.
Did you see it?
Yeah, you look like you're deep in thought, and you didn't have to shit your pants like I do.
Well, you know what? Hold that thought for just a minute because I got to do the old biological
All right.
real quick.
How did we get into this mess? I can't believe we're here. Central Time. Enzo is living the dream. Yeah, he is. So I'm over here now. This is actually YouTube. And we've got like probably a minute delay. Donovan Sanderson. Delonius. What's up, Delonius Monk? What's up, Raj? Schwarzberg Truck Pizza. Hope audio sounds good enough for you guys. Every time, when I have like Mike or Battlemate guys or Maury on, the production's on my ends. 100%. But if I have somebody else on, it's like they're only as good as their production, and we got to figure it out on the fly. There's a girl. I think it's a girl. There's a person out there in Estonia, which is like just never eat shredded wheat, west of Russia, who's coming on this week. And what's up? Coming on the broadcast. And the broadcast is straight audio, as Brian knows. And we had kind of a hiccup with our audio for the first part. But it's a 2-hour...
No.
It's a 2-hour podcast. So the audio has to be good. And I'm going back and forth with that person right now. And they have like a gaming headset, I guess, like a $50 GameStop headset. And it's like just good enough where it wouldn't drive me crazy if I was listening to it. So there's got to be like, I think me and Brew Captain talked about this. It was like if someone is the broadcast, like you at least have to have the gaming headset production. Brian's got production. Brew Captain has production. And you got to speak at least good enough English, like a 6 or 7, because I don't speak any other language. Most Americans don't speak other languages. The person who's coming on the broadcast from Estonia speaks like 5 languages. It's crazy. French, Italian, German, English, probably Spanish too.
Yeah, I'm not that intelligent.
Yeah, I don't know why we don't.
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't do that. Like in the Netherlands, they start teaching you like 3 different languages when you're like 5 years old. In America, what'd you take in high school, Brian? Spanish?
Well, when I lived in Texas. No, I had a weird.
You guys took French, right?
Weird trajectory. This is more backstory on me. I went to private school till my junior year, and when I hit high school, none of my credits for my private school transferred over, and so I had to do credits by exam. My junior year, I got 21 credits by exam. I just took all these exams and just like aced them all.
Yeah.
And then, it's like, I didn't take any languages or anything like that. It was just like, I need to graduate. That was the main theme.
Yeah.
So it was like no other extracurriculars. But what I was going to say is I worked in a factory in Texas that had a lot of Latin American people in it, and so I had to learn a lot of Spanish. I mean, I can order a beer, I can find a bathroom, and I can get something to eat, and that's what matters.
Comida, baño, cerveza, Uber.
Exactly.
Uber. ¿Cómo se dice
exactly.
Uber? It's just Uber. It's just left an Uber. Tingo
Exactly.
K. Salir Ahora. Get me the fuck out of here now. I got to get out of here. I got to go throw up by myself.
What you talking about, man? What
Yeah.
you trying to speak hillbilly?
What you
talking about?
You were raised Catholic, man. You went to a Catholic high schools are expensive as hell down here.
No, not Catholic, not at all.
Christian,
It was
whatever.
it was more like a private Christian school.
Those are equally as expensive. Those are like
Yeah, not so much, but I mean, it was more. It was a very small kind of thing. It was I don't know. It was interesting.
well, it's big money now. You know,
I'll tell you offline. I'll tell you offline how I got kicked out of there.
Fair enough, and that's very professional of you. My friends that went to Santa Fe Christian right here, I think they spent more in high school. Their parents spent more in high school than I did going to college, and some of them had like 3 or 4 kids that went there, and I was just like, dude, you guys pay like $200,000 a year for your kids to go to high school in San Diego, where the public schools are really good. You guys are idiots. This doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Put that in your retirement fund so someone can wipe your ass when you're 90 years old. Like, that's where the money should go. Public schools in San Diego are awesome. Public schools in downtown San Francisco or inner city, not so awesome. That's when you go to the private school. And you're probably doing even more drugs because you have more money. But anywho.
Right. You're doing better drugs.
Yeah, so now so how's the Galaxy or Simcoe or Centennial or Equinox? What else do I have written down? Would you do this again, Brian? You having a good time? Are you counting?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Cool,
no problem at all, man.
Appreciate that.
I mean, it's different than my normal live streams, because normally when I do live streams, I'm brewing, and like Kelly's with me, and like we're trying to brew and answer questions and do. I mean, it's a lot of work. I mean, you know, and anybody that's done a live brewcast, if you will, like a broadcast brewing, dude, you're wiped out at the end of the broadcast, because you know, it's like it'll take 5 or 6 hours sometimes. You know, it's one of those things where you know, it completely drains you. I've had many times where I've just let the shit until the next day to clean it. I was just like,
I'm gonna tell you something.
Richard, I can see that.
And Brian, see our chat. Yes, Richard and Kurt, and who's the other guy? LOL, got caught brewing beer in the bathroom. I have not been there yet. Brian, I'm gonna tell you something. The live stream with my girlfriend, that would be my absolute nightmare. That is my nightmare. That is my nightmare. Trying to brew and have tripods and cameras and my girlfriend there. I'd rather fight Freddy Krueger, Jason, Hellraiser, that big tarantula from Arachnophobia at the same time than do a live stream brew day. What are you supposed to do? Like, you're working when you're brewing. I don't, like, if I'm doing construction, a lot of days it's just labor, and we're just digging holes and we're building, you know, places to put cement in for decks. I don't want a camera in front of my face. I can give you an introduction. Hey, today I'm going to dig holes for 8 hours, and then the camera's like still there. It's like, what's up, fuckers? Okay, like, bring me some water. Now we're going to dig this hole even deeper, and then we're going to dig it even more, and then we're done digging this hole. I'm going to dig another hole over there, and then another one 4 feet from that, and then I don't know. My workflow just couldn't handle that. I couldn't do a live anything except drink beer or play video games.
It's much fun for me. Maybe I'm kind of masochist or something. I don't know, but it's so much fun for me to do a live brew day. I mean, and I don't know if you've watched any live brew days or not, but I actually did a live brew day.
No,
where
I don't.
I think I brewed three systems once, 3 different beers one time.
No,
it's crazy.
Do you have people that stick with you the whole day that are in the chat from the beginning to the end?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I mean, I've had people that watch for 6 or 7 hours. Like somebody will say, oh, hey, I got to run to the store and get some formula for the baby or whatever the case is. And then, like, you know, half hour later, boop, oh, I'm back. You know, it's like,
right. I get that.
It's crazy.
I get that. But
crazy.
like, I would never want to, because I'd look at brewing as work. I look at it as blue collar work, probably 2 steps down from like construction. It's not an office job, but it's not as gnarly as, you know, pouring concrete in Palm Springs. but that's just so
Right.
gnarly to me.
Right.
That's so gnarly to me. I don't, to be talking the whole time and you set the camera up here and
Dude, I have usually I have multiple cameras. So like I'll have the main camera, I'll have a second camera, and then I'll have like a camera on a monopod. Like I'll ask the audience, like, hey, what do you want to see? You guys want to see the mash? You want to see oil? You want to whatever? Move a camera around, all kinds.
No, man. No, no. I mean, I respect the grind. I respect the hustle, but like that gives me so much anxiety just thinking about Homebrew for Life doing that. I get anxiety thinking about how we even used to make videos when it'd be like 10 guys would show up and we'd start drinking double IPAs at 9 a.m. and nothing bad really happened. Like when I mean nothing bad really happened, we could have broken so many cameras, dropped so many camera lenses. Nothing got burnt down. Nothing exploded. I got electrocuted a couple times making heat wrap blankets and stuff. But like looking back on like the workflow of when we started doing cooking with beer videos in 2017, I get anxiety now. Just like 10 guys would show up, like in the podcast you talked about it. Like one guy has to stay sober and tell everybody like what to do. Not 10 guys. Yeah. Maybe a couple times it was 10 guys, but like 5 or 6 people show up and they'd be like, what do you guys want to do? They're like, you're the director. Like, tell us. Like, what? I was like, no one has anything written down or nobody has like any idea of like what. And they're like, no, it's just like, I'm ready to film. And you're like, what the fuck, man? Like, it's your turn to direct or edit.
The thing that's kind of awesome is like, Kelly just follows my lead if she's because usually she's brewing, usually she does it with me. So she just kind of follows my lead and like whatever I'm doing, I'll just tell her, that she'll clean the mash tun or whatever the case may be. So I'm really lucky with that aspect of it.
Yeah,
so it's
you are. Yes, you are.
I don't have I don't have somebody that is trying to put their input on what we're doing on the brew day or whatever. She just enjoys doing it and being there with me to do it. So, I have to say, I feel like, and I could be, but I feel like of every live brew day stream I've ever seen, I think I probably do it as if not better than anybody else. Is the fact that like we're interacting with the chat, telling me what people are asking questions about. I'm answering questions like all day long, like, for the 5 or 6 hours while we're brewing. So it's,
I'll check it out now.
It's a chore, but it's a lot of fun.
You sold me on it. I will check it out now, but I would rather go golfing with 90-year-old grandmothers that don't speak English than watch live stream. But I want to watch it. You sold me because I know Genus does it too. And I'm talking about watch it. Like I know people chime in and say hello.
Much fun. Having the TV on in their brew house or whatever, I get that quite a bit where it's like, oh, hey, I'm Brew, and I've got you live brew house, so that's cool. It's almost like we're brewing together.
That is cool. I got a question for you, and you made me think of something when you were talking about working with your wife, Kelly. When you started the channel, I think your channel consistently were like putting out YouTube videos. Did you think, where are we at? What year is it? 2021? Did you think in 2021 you would still be editing your own videos, or did you think you would have like an editor by then, or maybe a small brand, or maybe you could quit your day job? Like, did you think when you first started out, like if you would be like, hey, in 2021, I'm only going to be this channel with like X amount of subscribers, like I don't know. Like, do you think you would have a crew of guys at this point, or did you not even think about that?
I really have never had any expectations for where the channel is going to go or where, what I expected it to be, quite honestly. I mean, it's just, I will tell you, it's grown beyond what I ever thought it would.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but I don't know. We kind of talked about this a little bit on the podcast, but I'm kind of a control freak. And like, even when there was 3 guys doing the videos and stuff, I was still editing every single person's video. So it's just like, I feel like I don't know. I don't want to let go of editing the video because I know when lag too slow, or I know I've repeated myself a couple of times. I know I'm going to cut that out. It's like,
right.
So I've never seen that. I've never had a thought that, I would have somebody edit my videos. And it's funny you say that, because I actually had a guy contact me recently about editing my videos, and I'm just like, nah, bro,
You're gonna waste so much more
good.
time.
I'm doing it.
You're gonna waste so much more time trying to like just get him the files and stuff, and redoing it all yourself.
Yeah, I mean, and I know, I feel like if I passed it off to somebody else that wasn't a brewer, they wouldn't know what was relevant and what to cut out and what to leave in. I mean,
Right.
I just don't think that they have the knowledge that's necessary to edit a home brewing video.
I'm with you. And my dream, this is the exact opposite of my nightmare. This is my dream in Technicolor, that I could show up and everyone's like, all right, CH, I got this today. I'm going to film 2 angles. I've got all the shots. Say your intro, do your off the wall shit. And then I'm like, all right, have a good one. I don't care how much I have to pay you guys, whatever. And in 4 years of making YouTube videos, or pretty much, I don't know, we've only made 125 videos. You can't really judge a channel based off time, because sometimes you could just not make video for a year. You got to judge them off how many videos they have. And my dream is just to be like, I just want to show up. Today we're gonna do this, do that, and then the video comes out and it's like, that made me laugh. That was informative. That was kind of artsy. And I've just come to the point where, like, I don't think it's ever gonna happen, unless Trent quits his job and comes and starts a channel with me, or we all start a channel. But
yeah, I disagree with you. I said I didn't have aspirations of, awesome to have like some segment on, Food Network or Cooking Channel or whatever, where I'm going around and visiting breweries and brewing with the people and have a camera crew and all that kind of stuff. And it would be cool, but it's one of those things where it's like, I don't think that, I just don't think that there's enough interest in brewing
there's
for
not
the mainstream audience to have that happen. It's like, yeah, so I don't see it happening. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't know. It would be awesome to be able to do that, like you say, but I don't ever see it happening. And like you kind of talked about on the podcast was, like having somebody come and film you and all that kind of stuff. It's like, I know what shots I want. I know what
right.
I need to get to make the video.
Frame rate.
To try, and it would take me longer to try to explain that to somebody that doesn't know what I'm doing.
Right.
It would be just tough.
But then how many years does that take you to hone in? How many, 5 years? How many videos do you have? 200, 150?
Yeah. I've got over 200 videos on the channel, I believe, but it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, it takes you time to just figure it out and understand, what you need and what you don't need. And that's the biggest thing. And I talked about that early on with the channel. Your channel was, shooting every single thing, the salt shaker, the pepper shaker,
right.
all this stuff. And you come in, you like B-roll, like, holy shit, what do I do with all this footage? And you only needed, 4 or 5 cuts of it. Right. And like you said earlier on this broadcast is like, I'm working out in my head what I want to show, what I want to see while I'm doing it. So it's like, you have some kind of an idea of what you're looking for, but then, it's like you kind of do it on the fly. Okay, good shot, and you're kind of editing in your head as you go.
I think you had a good choice of words. How, like, I think with YouTube subscribers or money or whatever, it's like anything else. It's like lifting weight at the gym or making money for a millionaire or getting likes on Instagram. It's never enough. And you appreciate, like, dude, I can't even believe we have like 30,000 subscribers, which is pretty much everybody.
I'm closing in on it.
You're closing in on it, which is pretty much everybody that probably is brewing beer that speaks English knows about your channel. And I remember in the beginning of Homebrew Life, I was like, our videos are better. Or, like, I had a completely wrong attitude. I was like, oh, our videos are like better than this guy's. It's like, This guy's been doing this for 15 years. This guy's been doing this twice a week for 15 years. It's not even about being funny anymore or being informed. It's about being consistent more than anything. And I didn't have that. And I remember, like, if I'm smart and I look back at the early Homebrew for Life days, we should have died as a channel. You know, like, what's the percentage of people that stick with YouTube? 0.0001%.
Yeah.
You know, people.
Yeah, it's very low.
It's a lot of work. I work more on YouTube hours than I did construction and pouring beer at nights. Like, I put like more passion into YouTube, and my ad revenue was like $5 a day. But it was like, on paper, we should have died back in 2017. Oh, we put out how to make beer bread or beer can chicken or buffalo IPA risotto dip. And after like the sixth Saturday, you give up. You're like, I can't do this shit anymore, man. I can't do this shit anymore. And then, like, right when we were getting, totally, right? And then we did one video.
Yeah, it's definitely right. Yeah.
Our channel was pretty much dead, and we did like the forced carbonation video, and it like how to force carbonate, and it was like, whoa, like, we're getting like 5 subscribers a day, and it's getting like 200 views a day. It's like, the only reason people would subscribe is because people want to see more. Like, that's why you would subscribe. I want to see more of your content. I want to stick around to see what's the next. And I was like, okay, let's knock this food and beer shit off. There's too many cooking channels. Everyone's got a cooking channel.
You're like,
everybody. And
you're like, oh shit, somebody wants to see more of some information. Somebody wants to see more information. Oh shit, now we got to do this and that.
Yeah. And I remember back in the early days, like, I didn't know, it didn't matter if like I had $2,000 in my bank account or $200, like whatever it took. Like, we're going to buy this thing, we're going to buy it, we're going to buy this camera. Like, you hone it back in, kind of like, okay, you know a workflow. Trent knows a workflow. Elementary brewer. He's how can I make a video without breaking the bank, without getting 10 guys involved, without waiting till Sunday so this guy's got his one day off from his family. And it's like, how do we make a video right now? How do we do it right now? It doesn't cost that much money. I didn't know these things in the beginning. And it was just like, let's just have 20 guys over. We're epic mealtime, do perfect. Garage band. I always looked at YouTube as like the new garage band. And it's just interesting to hear back your story and your ultimately like your workflow.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, just take for instance the latest video that I put out with the Crucible fermenter. Actually, I shot a little bit of B-roll a day before, just some of the couple things I did, and then I actually shot the video and edited it and uploaded it, and everything was ready to go like the same day. So I shot it like everything, sometimes just videos where it's like, you have this maximum throughput workflow where it's like you get everything done the same day you shoot it and everything. And then there's other, some that are more long form format where it's like, you do this and then you shoot that bit, this part of it and that part of it, and to me, like, you talk times about great glass video, but it's like, trying to do those is just it's so painful because it's like you have to film all these different steps along the way, and it's like, oh my god, I'm this is taking forever to put this together. But some people do it, some people don't. I
heard what you're saying, and we used to do like our original Grain to Glass videos, and we've never lied on a video. Everything that we made, we made, and I. Looking back, I guess like we should have literally just lied. Been like, hey, today, go down to the store and buy Newcastle and say it's a dark lager or a Vienna lager, and just the audience has no clue. But where was I going with this? I don't know. I guess just in the beginning, it was just like a title thing. Like, it was the same video, but it's like, hey, let's just do it. What we really want is to have Sculpin clone in the recipe. It's just an IPA, but we did have the Sculpin clone. We had a friend that worked at Ballast Point and ended up hating Ballast Point, and he gave us all their recipes. But yeah, and then we did like a hazy IPA video like right at the time, and then like the channel was just kind of like on. It was like, okay, we got monetized, and it was like we tried all these different things with like going to breweries and talking to brewery guys, but like that dries up pretty fast. Nobody wants to really give a shit about like the commercial brewer story, you know, and like I remember I sat down with Kevin Alexander, one of my best friends. He's like, dude, you got to make the show about you. You got to make the show about you and Maury. No one gives a shit about going to a brewery and you're interviewing the owner or the guy, like the head brewer. Like you got to like be off the wall, say weird shit, and like do like Guy Fieri. Like if you watch Guy Fieri's show, he's in the kitchen, he goes behind. He's always in every scene though. And I was like, dude, I don't really want to like be that. I don't really want to put myself out there. I don't know if like my friends are gonna make fun of me or all this stuff. So you know, you have a guy with you, Maury. You don't have that. You are a solo act. You are the only guy on stage.
Yeah.
Does that weird you out anymore?
Not so much. I mean, you know, it's one of those things where, I mean, there have been times with doing videos and stuff where I don't script anything pretty much. I mean, I actually have recently bought a teleprompter and a tablet to do that kind of stuff, but you know, I've never really scripted anything at all, and I'm almost jealous of people that like script their whole content and everything, because like
me, I'm
gonna sit down and I'm gonna read everything that I put on there, and I'm gonna, you know, be very concise and doing all that stuff. But I never scripted anything, and so I'm all trying to remember everything at the top of my head, and sometimes it just stresses me out. I mean, it's like I start sweating and just, you know, it's like all kinds of stuff. It's like, holy crap, you know, like I'm trying to remember to get everything in. Then I mean, there's been times where, you know, I'll sit down to edit and I'm like, oh, fuck, I forgot that one part. So I have to jump back up from the editing, throw the card back in the camera. I'm like, oh yeah, and blah 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 blah. You know, it's like
totally, man.
You know, yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, sometimes, and I think actually last few videos that I've done, I've kind of felt a little better about it. Like, especially if I, you know, because I do a lot of product reviews, so it's like, you know, if I have specifications and everything on the screen with the teleprompter, it helped me a little bit relax about not having to try to remember all these specifications. You know, it's a 7.5 gallon and you know, 46 liters and you know, you know, all this kind of stuff. So it kind of helps with that. But as far as, you know, any other scripting besides that, I don't know that I'll ever do it. But you know, and it's one where like you do a lot of humor type stuff, and I don't know if I'm that funny. I mean, I think you do well. I mean, you do a great job. You know, it's like one of those things where, you know, I watch your stuff and I know you put a lot of work into writing it to make it funny or whatever. It's not like you sitting there, you know, recording a bunch of stuff in front of the camera. But it's like, you know, I don't think I could do that. But that's okay. You know, it's one of those things where, you know, you do your thing, I do my thing, you know, and that's okay. It's like, I watch other, you know, I watch tech videos. Like you watch, you know, like camera gear and all that kind of stuff, you know, it's like, you know, you watch Gerald Dunn versus, Bullen. They're two
You're cutting out.
completely different spectrum. Gerald Dunn is giving every single minute detail of the camera and everything else, and you know, Jared Poland and jokes and, you know, cut about different stuff, and it's like, you know, but yeah, it's one of those things where it people need.
Are you there?
I'm here.
That's all the time we have. I got you. Do you feel like when your wife or you go to a party and someone's like, hey, this is Brian, he does a YouTube channel, do you feel like an idiot like me?
You know, sometimes I do, but
it's a grown ass man that makes these YouTube videos on the internet.
You know, it's, you know, and now that I've reached a little bit more than normal, right? You know, with like the subscribers and stuff, it's like
it's less, it's comfortably
kind of flex a little bit, but it's like, yeah, you know,
right.
I got a YouTube channel and it's like 30,000 subscribers, and they're like, oh wow,
right?
I'm like, you know,
here's how it works. If someone knows you, Brian, if they're like, hey, I know Brian or CH from their YouTube videos, it's cool. and they want to buy you beer. If I go to my girlfriend's house and she's like, "This is my uncle. He's a mechanic. He owns a business. What do you do for a living?" I'm like, "Oh, I make YouTube videos." He's gonna fucking start laughing, and then everyone's gonna make fun of me. But if someone knows about you beforehand, it's cool. If you're like, yeah, I make these dick off videos with my friends where we chug beers and smash shit over our heads and, meatball sandwiches and MBCs and Sir Strumming videos. You're at 36 years old. I'm pushing 40. It's not cool. But if someone's like, me and Donnie or Maury we'll go out, and somebody be like, "Dude, I gotta buy you beer. I watch your videos. You taught me how to brew," and it's like, this is the best feeling ever. This is the best feeling ever. Because it's not like
I'm older than you, bro.
Hey man,
I'm in my 40s, so you know.
Hey, the only birthdays that matter is 16, 21, and 80, maybe. The only birthdays that really matter are 16, license drive, right, and 21 because you can booze. No one gives a shit. Me and my girlfriend are such losers. We're watching some movie the other night, and we do this thing. We're like, "How old's George Clooney?" And we're like, we'll just Google like his age, and I'm like, does it matter?
We do the same thing.
Yeah, does it matter if George Clooney's 49 or 66? No. Watch the fucking movie. Like, what? Hey, let's just like Google like how old's like Brad Pitt right now? It's like, what?
Yeah, we do the same thing. Kelly would be sitting there. She's like, "How old is so and so?" Like we'll watch a movie. It's like from 2008. We're like, "Wow, that's like." That's like 13 years ago. How old is that person?
Hey, George Clooney's 66. Hey, I still got my chance at Hollywood. I still got my chance of being in, a Batman movie or some One Fine Day movie with Michelle Pfeiffer. I don't know how I know that, but I'm thinking of George Clooney movies in my head. But this is fun. This is when it gets fun. Brian, can you hold the chat down?
We had our technical difficulties. We had our technical difficulties at the beginning. Everybody is calling for a mandatory beer chug.
All right. Can
I throw it up there? Let's do it. Let's do the mandatory beer chug.
Can we do it this way? All right, we're back.
It's empty.
Did you do it? I took a piss. I threw up. I had Montezuma's revenge. Back to what we're. Now you gotta get another beer, bro. Now you gotta get another beer, you brush. There he goes. Same story, different chapter. You know what's cool about what we were just talking about, though, Brian, is like you can go anywhere and like if you're Joe Rogan or Tom Cruise or whatever, you can't go get the mail without paparazzi or a million people with their phones in your face, But it's like if you get recognized for this, it's cool. Like if you're like, damn, I'm at a brewery right now, someone wants to buy me a beer, that's cool. You get to the point of like, you be careful what you wish for. You bit off more than you could chew. Like your life sucks. You have to post all this shit on social media.
If you want to feel if you want to feel like a celebrity, HomebrewCon, dude. I'm not kidding you. It's so surreal. It's like
I'll probably get
I don't know, man. I just want to.
Someone's probably gonna kick my ass there. Hey, bro, did you diss my YouTube channel on the broadcast? You talk shit about my profile picture, bro?
No, you know what?
I'm kidding. I would love to go.
I tell you, one of the most interesting things, and I put this out because I've been to 3 of them. There is not a single, I haven't seen anyways, maybe somebody else has seen it, but I've not seen a single fight, a single scuffle, a single like shouting match with anybody. The vibe is so freaking cool at HomebrewCon. Everybody's happy. Everybody's having a beer. Everybody's talking about beer. Everybody's looking at homebrewing equipment, all that stuff. And like, I have not seen one single, you would think, hey, we got these people that are coming together and we got club night where everybody's drinking all the club beer. We got pro night where everybody's drinking all the pro beer. You're thinking, okay, all these drunk people, there's going to be a fight.
Right. Some sports
Not
team
one
guy.
single time have I ever fight at all.
I'm kidding. I would love to go. I'm kidding. I would more. And I don't feeling about a celebrity or not. That means nothing to me. I'm gonna have a fucking good time. We're in a barrage. We're gonna do NBCs.
What cracked me up is like you're walking down and you see the guy and you see his wife talking to him and they're talking to each other and stuff. They're like, oh man, they recognize me. It's
That's
like,
a good thing.
And then they come over and stuff. It's awesome. It's so awesome. It's I don't know. I just feel so humbled by people coming up to me and saying hey, I appreciate your videos or whatever. No, it's just I don't know. It's one of those things where I feel so grateful for my audience and everybody that watches the channel and all that kind of stuff. So it's one of those things where I don't know. It's awesome.
It is awesome.
And to actually affect somebody's life or help them or whatever. It's just it's so great. I never ever want to take my audience for granted or ever. It's like I feel awesome.
You're a good dude, Brian. You're a good dude. Yeah, I'm totally looking forward to a home barrage con. And like you said on the podcast, you're like, there's days you don't, is this video even worth it? Or, do I want to give up a Saturday? I could be doing anything, hanging out with the wife, cleaning the garage, cleaning this, and you're getting burned out. And then you see a buddy wearing a short-circuited Brewers t-shirt on the East Coast or the West Coast, and you're like, I needed that. Like, I was like, we don't make a ton of money. We both kind of have still day jobs or saving that I'm living off. The money is nominal for, I think, probably both of us. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about right now, but
You're absolutely right. I mean, it's absolutely the case, and it's like, like with talk about doing. I only did merch because people asked me, people demanded. With somebody today, and it's like, and it's crazy, but and I even told this to before, but it's a person on a live said, hey. You only have t-shirts, you have embroidered polo shirts or whatever.
Yeah.
I literally went out and spent $100 because you have to pay a company to advertise your logo and all that stuff. I paid $150 to have a company open a store for my merch that's embroidered on hats and polo shirts and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know that I've ever sold one shirt, to be honest with you, but I did it because somebody asked for it and I didn't have it. And it's like my shirts, I make them the highest quality that I possibly can, and I'm like virtually zero money on them all. But I just want people to have good shirts. If they want to say, hey, I'm happy with Brian and he helped me or whatever, and I want to buy a shirt, then I want them to have the best shirt that they can possibly have. And I don't really care about making a lot of money on it.
I know we don't make a lot of money on it. I know we're Teespring guys. They take whatever. I don't want to get into that, but I think that's pretty much exactly why I started selling t-shirts too. Because in the beginning, people were like, "Where's the Patreon? Where's the Patreon? Where's the Patreon?" I was like, I'm not gonna even know how to set this thing up, but B, like, if you want to give up money, like, at least you get something tangible, whether it's a patch or a hat or stickers or something. Because that's what I do. That's what I do. Like, Angry Video Game Nerd is my hero. Cinemassacre, shout out to Cinemassacre right now. Because he created kind of Homebrew for Life. If there was no Cinemassacre, there would probably not be Homebrew for Life. And I have no problem saying that. So I buy his merch. Yeah. He doesn't gush it down my throat in every video. You don't really need to with YouTube now because of the little shelf thing that they put up by the description. But anytime they come out with something new, I want to buy a t-shirt. I'll hold them up right now. Because I want him to, like, that compliment or that t-shirt sale or that comment that's like, hey, that guy, that Brian, I didn't brew for 8 years. When I watched your brewery, it's getting me back into it. That's what ultimately produces the channel. Like, that's what keeps you wanting to edit and write on a Saturday.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to.
Yeah.
Short. What's your YouTube channel name again? I'm just kidding. Short circuited browser.
Short circuited browser.
Short circuited browser. Matt sent me the Crucible too. I was like, I'm not gonna make this video because Brian already did it. And the next day it showed up. I was like, damn, dude, I gotta incorporate this thing into a non-review video.
Make a video of it.
I'm not going to.
Do your thing, man.
I'm not going to.
I told you.
It's going to be in the title. It's not going to be. I'm sorry. It's going to be in the video, not in the title. Does that make sense? MTV Cribs.
All right, whatever.
Yeah, MTV Cribs is my 1-bedroom apartment, my 2-bedroom apartment.
All right. Be right back.
I'm taking this, and I'm putting it right here. Sometimes the link's too long. It won't let me do it. It doesn't let me do it. All right. Brian, I tried to plug your YouTube store, your short-circuited T-shirts, the one I'm wearing right now. Let me try to. Damn, why does? Oh, let's go to Easy Fix. Let's go to Bitly. You guys remember Bitly? You guys still use Bitly? Bitly.com. Okay. Copy pasta. See if this works. That work? Quick shout out, a couple quick shout outs. Shout out to I saw Trent in here earlier. I don't know if he's still brushing. And then I know we started a little bit earlier tonight. What's up, Delonius, Brewmill Tone, Roswell's, Brush. Let's ask about the chat right now. Elementary Brewing Co. Check him out. He started a new YouTube channel. The good thing about being a small YouTube channel is that we're close. We were very close. Small equals closer. I think I'm right.
Let me expound on that real quick, CH, because I haven't said this before either, like privately or publicly or anything. I love the whole home brewing space so much that, like, David Heath, his logo, his new logo, I designed it for free. I designed it for him for free.
That's a network. Beer
and Barbecue by Larry. I gave him the design, like the idea for his new logo design. Gentleman Bradley. He's one of my bros.
Yeah.
He's out where you find his logo and everything for him free. I love creativity. I love doing it. And I'm not trying to take credit for any of those things from, for those people or whatever, but it's like, I just embrace the community so much that it's like, I want to do those things and help people if they don't have the skill or whatever to be able to do that stuff. I do. And so I want to give back to not only the homebrewing community, but also the YouTube community of homebrewers. So it's like, I love it. It's and I did those things and didn't ask him for money. I didn't ask him for any credit. Nothing. I just talked to him and I said, hey, I got this idea for your logo or whatever, and I'll do it for you. And that's what it was.
Well, I appreciate your time right here because I know that you could, you're giving me your time and ultimately you're however you want to chalk it up. You could be doing something else. You were wasting your life on me. I know that I appreciate it and everybody in the chat appreciates it. So, and I always say this as a joke. Like I say that beer is a uniter, not a divider, just like Bruce Springsteen. It's the dumbest thing, but I just say it. It's just like beer is music. It is food. It is a concert. It is.
Yeah.
There's a million things in the world that separate everybody. That race, religion, culture, class, demographic, media sources. Beer is the exact opposite of all of that. And a couple weeks ago, everyone's talking about, I see in the chat, like, recall Newsom 2020. And I'll go off on a little bit, but, like, I learned real fast, like, that's not what chat is about at all. It's about behind the scenes, beer, head brewer, YouTube channels, the past, the crossroads, the thought processes, the forecasts. Like, what do you want, while we're at it, like, do you have any goals for Short Circuited Brewer for 2021? Do you want to hit a certain subscriber count or a view count or put out a video whenever you can or once a month or twice or collab with people or?
I honestly, my goal is to be consistent and try to put out a video every single week. I mean, that's been that's been a struggle for me, and sometimes you get burnt out, and sometimes you're like, like you said it before. It's like, what am I doing this for? What is all this for?
Yeah.
And, it's like, so, trying to put out a video every single week, sometimes you look at it and you go, is this all worth it or not? And I think it is. And it's, you talked about it earlier with just that one little thing sometimes sparks your creativity where
For sure.
somebody says, hey, you help me with this, or hey, I watched it was great, it was awesome. And so it's one of those things where sometimes it just takes that little bitty that one little thing to spark your ambition to go out and do something else. And then, and I talked about it with you on the podcast, but it's like, I kind of put myself in giving honest equipment reviews and not being hateful to any manufacturer necessarily, but I always try to be honest and point out, and no matter how inconsequential it is or whatever, if there's a flaw in something, I point it out. I think manufacturers know that if they send me something and there's a problem with it, I'm going to point it out. I'm going to say it, and I'm not going to hold back. But at the same time, I'm not going to do it in a douchebag way where it's like, I'm dogging the product. I'm like, hey, if you do this, if you get this product, there's this issue with it. Hey, just be aware of it. And so I've had some manufacturers reach out to me and say, hey, we appreciate your honest feedback, and we're going to try to improve on that particular thing. So I enjoy that.
I think the most honest thing you said. I'm almost certain it was on the broadcast. You said you've never been paid $1 for your product review videos. There's zero politics.
No.
Zero. Like when we did the All Nation video, they're like, you have to say this, you have to say that. I was like, I'm not saying that because that makes me sound like a lawyer or a salesman. It's extract. We don't need to talk about it. It's made in America. It doesn't have to be like FDA. It's fucking extract. You can't go wrong with this. This is a safe like product placement thing. And they're like, you have to say it's made in America. It's FDA approved. Like 9 out of 10 dentists recommend it. And I was like, I'm not saying any of that shit. And they had already sent me the money, so they didn't have any more leverage. So I made the video and they were stoked on it. I guess I hit him up on. I'm in the chat and I'm talking with you as well. But to answer your question, you've never been paid. To answer my question, you've never been paid $1 for a review. That says it all.
I do want to kind of go back and reveal one thing, and it's like I had a company contact me or send me a product for a beer can opener, like you take the top off of a beer can.
Yeah.
And they contacted me. They said, hey, we're going to pay you some money to do this video or whatever.
Yeah.
I tried to use it, and it was shit. I mean, it was junk.
Oh yeah.
And I wrote it back and I said, hey, how does this thing work? Cannot get to work.
Right.
I'm not going to present it to my audience because it does not work. If you can tell me how it works, or you can explain how it works, and something wrong, fine. But if not, then I'm not even going to video on it. And it was total silence after that. I never heard back from him at all, and never got contact from him, never got paid or anything like that. It's like,
and that wasted your time. Just doing that wasted your time. That wasted time. Both your guys' times.
Yep, exactly.
And people.
Exactly.
I'll tell you off camera. There was a growler company that came to us, and they were like, "Hey, you guys say you're putting out videos every Wednesday night. We don't." I said that for like the first 2 years. It's like, hey, since you're gonna make videos anyways, like, can you like promote our brand? I was just like, dude, fuck you, man. Like, not those words, but like, I was like, well, no, I originally said like, well, can we get this $1,000 growler thing for free? And he was like, how about this? Like, if you make a 8-minute video, we'll give it to you for half off. And I was like, dude, we're not buying anything, man. You were the worst fucking salesman of all time. You came to us. You lost your leverage to promote a product. I get it. Your Google AdWords didn't work out for you. All the Instagram followers you bought and Facebook fake accounts didn't pan out. Now and you can't afford an actual Super Bowl commercial. So what do? You go to YouTubers to push your product. And he was just like, hey man, it's $1,000 or whatever. And then we'll give it you, do your video, and we'll get and send us $500. And I was just like, I gotta go, man. Like the more we go on or keep talking to each other, it's just gonna waste time. I'm not buying anything. You came to me. What the fuck am I gonna do with this?
Yeah.
What the fuck am I gonna? A growler machine for a homebrew channel? Which homebrewer has a growler machine? Who's sending 32 ounces of their own beer? Nobody. You guys,
exactly.
Logistics are shitty. You guys are bad. So
about 4 or 5 of those in your keg is tapped.
a 32 ounce of a 5-gallon batch is a lot of beer. Maybe if it was like sent it back to the East Coast or, to my dad or something, but like generally it's like, I don't know, man. Every ounce counts in my world.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if I'm sending a beer home with somebody, I'm maybe a couple 12 bottles or something like that. But I'm not sending a whole growler back with them.
No, and
no,
you ship
not
glass. And do not ship glass either. A growler is 1/8 of your 5 yield. A growler is a half gallon. What do you do with bad batches of beer? Because there's some positives to it. Would you dump it out? Do you drink it?
It's interesting that you say that, because I actually have a beer that I brewed that is just way too freaking bitter, and I can't even believe that I say that, but it's just way too bitter for me, and it's still in my kegerator, and it's been probably 6 months since I brewed it.
Yeah,
and I was hoping the bitterness would fall off it a little bit, but it's still in there. I pulled a beer off it the other night, and I'm like, oh, it's not too bad now. And then I'm like, I drank like 3 or 4 more drinks of it, and I'm like, this beer is really too bitter. I don't like it. But yet it still sits in my kegerator.
Well, that's a good point.
I supposedly, I probably have to like dump it at some point, but it's like, I don't think it's gonna tame down anymore. It's.
I'm with you, man.
I don't know.
I can't drink my hard seltzer. I'm burned out on hard seltzers. And the good thing about having shitty homebrew is it's gonna last longer. Like if you do a really good IPA, it's gonna be gone in a day with our atmosphere.
Yeah.
But we have like a shitty, sour Belgian Philly Lallemand, and it's gonna last probably months, which is scary, which is super scary. But I only like to have 2 beers on at a time because I can't stand all the. I have a kegerator and I hate all the. I do 10 feet for beer lines. It's the perfect pour.
Yeah.
I can't stand like when people do like 5 beers on tap in their kegerator, and there's just like this Indiana Jones plethora of like rope that comes out when they open it. I was like, I don't want to deal with that. I just keep 2 of them on. But I want to brew, and I don't really have a place to, I would never bottle, but I don't have a place to put my beer on. But the benefits of brewing a shitty batch of beer is it's going to last way longer, and it's good to drink when you're drunk. Like if you're already drunk and you're like, I don't want to go to the store and spend, $10 or $20. Like I can just drink this shitty beer because I'm drunk enough to, and it's going to work because there's alcohol in it, and I'm going to have fun, and the music's going to sound just as good.
I've got 6 taps, by the way.
And a kegerator? Any kegerator?
I've got 2 kegerators.
Can we get without breaking it? Yeah, can we get a little MTV Cribs? Dude, your brew house reminds me of like a Misfits song. Some dungeon man cave shit. I'm super jealous. In your London dungeon, bad beer tastes better. Yeah, that's a t-shirt. What Trent just said right there, the brew show, check the chat. Bad beer tastes better the more you...
Bad beer tastes better the more you drink it. Yeah.
Right. It's like
no.
It's like cold pizza, right? Like cold pizza, like it's still pizza, like it's still gonna work in the morning, like you guys want to can we do one more beer? Brian, can we do one more beer? My girlfriend's gonna come home after 7:30. What is it? Is it 10 o'clock your time?
Yeah, good. I'm good.
All right. Shout out to Brian. It's 10
kind
o'clock
of,
his time. All these West Coasters, we got it good.
I'm not feeling any pain. I'll put it that.
All right, cool. Brian, can you keep the chat going?
I'm like 4 or 5. Oh, you know, it's like.
There you go. All right, Brosh, keep the chat going. I gotta get a beer and drain the main vein. BRB.
Yeah, no problem, man. Oh. Beer Ball, Keystone, and Natty Light definitely handle my homebrew. Well, so the beer that I brewed, I was actually going to make it. It was going to be like a New England IPA, and I had some issues when I was chilling for whatever reason. I can't even remember what it was, but I had some issues with chilling. And actually whirlpooled for longer than what I thought I did, and it extracted a ton of bitterness out of the hops because I was doing Centennial and Citra, and so there was a lot of high alpha acid hops that I was doing in the beer, and it wound up being like really, really bitter. I mean, I'm probably, I would say it's probably up in the 70 to 80 IBU, something like that, maybe even higher than that. Maybe it's done a little now, but it's a lot of bitter. So at the brew show, your beer cave is awesome. It's awesome to watch it be built. Okay, so anything I would change, I'm actually going to be doing an update on the space down here. The basement when it was poured was really like horrible. And over the brewing area, if anything hits the floor, liquid, beer, or wort, or water, whatever, runs to the back of the brewing area. And it's just, I want to like level everything and put some tile down over there and tile in the area around the floor drain and do all that. And and then I'm going to put some wood laminate flooring down in the basement here, and so I want to do that. So that'll be something that'll be coming soon on the video. Let's see here, Jay Reynolds, what's your favorite type of beer to brew? I definitely like New England IPA for sure. Yeast and the BCS, I have broken the seal for sure. Favorite all-in-one machine from Jay Reynolds. I'd have to say that's the Anvil, just because there's so much versatility to it with the 120 volts and 240 volts. I actually like the external pump on it as opposed to some of the other ones that have an internal pump, because you can clear any clogs or anything like that. And it's not a problem. I don't know how TA Alvarado. I don't know how many
Big Dog Tom
ounces of I use. I think probably 4 or 6 ounces, something like that. I think. J Main, the brewer is definitely, it's a formidable system. There's no issue with that at all. I would say that, if you can get a 240 volt model, it's definitely going to give you a better boil than a 120 volt model. So if you can do that, that'd be great. Is there a new model on the way? Not that I don't know of any new model of Anvil Foundries that are coming out. Not that I know of. Maybe somewhere down the line there might be another version coming out, but as far as anything immediate, not that I know of. So,
you on your own, Brian?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm
right,
trying to answer everybody's questions.
Keep it going. Let me go watch the finished
You're good.
Outsiders on HBO. I'll be right back. Jay
Reynolds, the Robo Brew is definitely, it's a good system. There's nothing wrong with the system at all with the Robo Brew. The only thing I would say is that the 120 volt version doesn't have a lot of a boil, but it's one of those things where it does boil, but not as much as 240 volt. Hey Pete, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you.
Back off, war child. Seriously.
How many sharks have you actually had? Thank you, none.
Back off, war child. Seriously. Back off,
Kurt,
child,
I know that
seriously.
I would be available for hire to build you a brew space. I've got lots of videos on showing how to do it, but I don't know that it would be mobile to come and do it because it's actually a lot of work.
Whoa, sorry.
Do you have a brew back up in the shit? So the biggest issue, Tom, with the quick carb is making sure that when you start the quick carb, actually, I'm going to be doing a video on the new pretty soon. The biggest with the quick carb, when you start the carbonation process, make sure that your keg is completely void of pressure. So pull the pressure relief valve, make sure it's completely depressurized, and then start pressurization process so that all pressure that's coming from the CO2 and through the CO2 is coming from the bottle itself, not coming back through the with it. Try as far as that goes, that tip on that. The other things I do is halfway through the process of carbonating, will actually release a little bit of pressure from the keg, and that allow this to be in the process a little. Mash bill systems. I know that it's cheap, but you do. I mean, I've not brewed one, so I can't really tell you for Gingwen or Gwingwen. But I know that
Great winners.
I've seen some other people out the Chaboil that they do swing as far as they might have a 5-degree swing plus or minus from whatever your set temperature is. I know that they do have an issue with maintaining that temperature, and that, to me, that's an issue, especially if it's you're talking about 5 degrees plus or minus. That's one of those things that definitely concerns me.
Your
Used to be
your Instagram's blowing up, Brian. I just checked it. There's like a lot of
Mine
people giving us shout outs and stuff. I'm trying to give them shout outs. Gorgeous George, Easton the Beast, Tom Alvarado. There's a lot of people that are supporting this thing, and it's cool. Sorry, I just bombed it on your story.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm very good at interrupting people.
No, you're fine.
Trev's got a question for you, but I just want to give it a quick thank you. People are giving us some love on Instagram. And above anything else, I want to know what it's feel like to be called Gorgeous George. I want to be called Gorgeous George. That's a cool name. Do you think he's gorgeous? Or do you think he's Do you think he's shitty looking like me? Anyway, not that it matters. Trev's got a question for you, Brian. Does Anvil have the beer vacuum for money streams in the marketplace right now?
Does the Anvil have the beer value for money systems on the? Yeah, I mean, I think honestly, it is probably one of the best value systems on the market. And the reason I say it is because you can go from 120 volts to 240 volts just by the flip of a switch. Obviously, you have to have the power capability to do it, but the 240 volt capability on it is awesome because you can get a great boil with the 40 volts and 26 or 2800 watts, and it does an awesome boil. But at the same time, then if you're going to go brew at your buddy's house or whatever, and he doesn't have a 240 volt outlet in his garage, you can plug it into the 110 volt system in his garage, and you can go and brew with your buddies at their own at their house and not have any issue at all.
I'm just spamming the chat. Keep doing your thing. I got a couple more
That's cool.
guys I want to give some shine to. Brew Show. Bra Show. You know what's Trent, Googling your channel, you have to type in the Brew Show, I think, exactly, or a lot of this other shit shows up. Kind of like you talked about, Ryan, on the podcast. People want to check out Short Circuit, and they're pulling up Johnny Five videos from the late 80s and early 90s. Short circuited scenes. Johnny Five is alive. Oh shit!
Yeah, if you put in Short Circuit, you're definitely gonna pull up that. And it's funny you say that because one of the when I look at my analytics on my YouTube channel, when a search term is short circuited brewers is one of the top
Things that auto-populate?
I don't know, one of the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. One of the top things that goes to the channel. It's the top, one of the top leaders to my channel. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah. And it's a great movie too. That movie actually got me through some pretty difficult times.
Yeah.
I need a hero.
I think
Hero. Donovan Sanderson, I believe, is also Shallow Creek Brewing. Donovan Sanderson, I think so. Donovan, did I have you right? Donovan Sanderson is Shallow Creek Brewing. Anyway, sorry.
I think I'm getting a woolly.
Yeah, it's how many is there? Short Circuited 5? Is there 5 movies, or is that just what he's called? Short Circuited Brewers 5.
Johnny 5 is the name of the robot.
Johnny 5. All right, I'm caught up. Yeah. Love my foundry, but I'm learning that boiling with the lid makes my wort almost boil over. Yeah, that's any brew system. Yeah, that's any brew system. You want to heat up would obviously just be boil. You want to boil with the lid up until about like 170, 180. And if it gets over that, you're probably going to have a boil over. If you drink too many beers like me and you want to have malty brown ale wort all over your garage, then don't have a timer. Or not even a timer. Just, the Anvil has a beeping thing that goes off, right? They all do. They all do.
Yeah, right? When it gets to I think 200 degrees or 199, something like that, it does it gives you a notification. Yeah.
And even with Anvil Foundry, quick little thing for Tom right here, maybe even for Brian, is like the best temperature gauge of all time, bar none, is an Inkbird. Like, you'll be brewing, and I'm sure Brian can vouch for this. You'll be brewing on your own system or a claw hammer or a anvil or a grainfather, and you're like, whoa, how come it's boiling at like 198? You know, it's like those things aren't as good as Inkbird. So always have your Inkbird. They've got a really good thermometer, and always have equally as good as the Anvil's thermometer. You just drop it in there. It's like a little rope with a probe on the end of it. Always use those, even so for like your grainfathers and stuff, because those are way more accurate than the Anvil Foundry's thermometers and the grainfathers. And hey, here's the thing. I don't know where you guys are at in the world, but at our sea level in San Diego, boiling is 212 degrees. It should not boil below 210 or let alone 208. So calibrate those things with your Inkbirds. That's all I got. I'll be over there watching The Outsiders.
Yeah, in Ohio here, our boil is about 210, 211, something like that, because we have a little more elevation than you do.
You're higher up. Yeah, that's a good question.
A little bit. Yeah. Yep.
What's boiling at like in Denver or Colorado or something? Probably like 200. Probably just Google it, right?
Yeah. I mean, you can just, there's calculators out there on the Google machine. You can put in your elevation and what the boiling temperature is, and it'll tell you. When
guys hit me up, like, hey man, we had that joke on the broadcast when people were like, hey dude, should I use like Simcoe or Amarillo or Sentinel? It's like, yeah, just Google it, man. Like, it literally doesn't matter. And I'm not saying it doesn't matter. I'm saying that when you're new to brewing, you think there's a secret recipe out there, and even if you what I'm saying is just focus on your system. And I've always said the biggest thing for homebrewing is temperature control for your yeast. If you don't have temperature control, nothing else matters. All the other ingredients and shit like that go all out the window. You're going to have a little bit of oxidation in your beer. Brian, what's your take on spending $700 on pressure transferred fermenters?
I don't think you have to spend that much money on pressure.
Or $300.
Yeah. I mean, I prefer from the Anvils that are $200 and no problem at all. I mean, it's things where if you spend a bunch of money on hops and all that kind of stuff, I mean, I think you probably want to have a pressure fermentation vessel where you can try to do a transfer under pressure. to minimize any kind of oxidation or anything like that. But it doesn't have to be expensive. I mean, I've done the pressure transfer, pressure fermentation on the Kegel Founder, and it's $100 or something like that. You don't have to spend a ton of
That's
money
the plastic one,
doing
right?
it.
That's the round one. Yeah.
I mean, I've got a Flex Plus that is like probably, but the whole pressure fermentation and all that stuff, it's probably $400. It does the same job.
Yeah.
I don't see any reason to go any more than that, honestly.
You heard it here first. He's the he's got the experience, and you've probably messed around, I think, with more fermenters, commercial fermenters, than any home brewer in the world.
Quite a few, and it's not over yet. I mean, the Blickman G4 fermenators pretty
Not
soon.
over yet.
It's gonna have like every little bell and on it that you can imagine. So what I've seen. So hopefully they'll get their shipment in pretty soon, and I'll have one over here to check out. So
Duly noted. Coming down to the wires, Brian, does it feel like we've been here for 2 hours and 14 minutes? It goes by fast at the end.
Not at all. We had a little technical at the beginning, so it's like
that always happens. That always happens. Does anybody want to do anything or promote anything? Brian, you want to talk about social media handles, merch stores? You talked about your video coming out, your coffee nitro stout. I'm botching it, but I don't know.
Right? Yeah, I mean, I'm coffee stout video coming out this weekend. As far as I go, Short Circuit Brewers on YouTube. Short Circuit Brewer on Instagram. I'm on Reddit if you're over there. Short Circuit Brewer. Twitter is Short Circuit Brew, and it's BRU. So if you guys want to follow along or whatever, do that thing. Teespring, we're on Short Circuit Brewers, but if you're watching if you watch any of the videos, our merch store is down below. So, I mean, if you want to buy t-shirts or whatever, you can visit shortcircuitbrewers.com for stickers, all kind of stuff. So, I'm actually giving away 20 stickers on Instagram right now. So, if you're not following us on Instagram, be sure to do that and comment on the latest post and be in the drawing for a sticker.
I tagged you in the post. Does my entry still count? I tagged Short Circuited Brewers.
Sure. Absolutely. Yeah. Tag a friend.
Yeah. Who won the last week's giveaway? Oh, Fabian. He got his stuff. I sent him, he won the giveaway that was sent out to Indiana, and he's not here tonight. Yeast and the Beast brought up a good question for us. Is there anybody that's new here tonight? Because generally it's the same brunges, the same margins, Vlad the Impala. Peter Bruno looks new. I mean, Brian promoted it on his Instagram. He's got a following on that platform as well. So Double Dog Dare NBC. I've got an NBC.
Yeah. I was gonna say, Brew Control. Go search out Brew Control on Instagram. I'm not gonna bust a certain person out with the brew in their name, but
put them on blast. Fuck them, they're not here.
There's nah. He's on here.
I'm kidding.
On the he has a great brewing software that is Control. Go check that out.
Okay.
I did a video on it recently, so go check that out.
All right, well, that's it. Shout out to everybody here. Yeah. Brian, send us home, Braj. Quinn's new. There it is right there. There it is. That's dude. That's dude. I didn't come up with that either, nor did I come up with Braj. That's dude. Just dude. I'll send it to you guys. Is there a PS story?
Thanks, everybody.
Should we do an NBC?
Absolutely. I mean, I've got very little, but let's do it.
Someone was asking, Brian, how drunk are you on a scale of 1 to 10? I want to hear about your hangovers. Let's do it.
Probably a 7, something like that. I'll be fine.
Yeah, you're not going anywhere. You probably live. You're probably going to bed 10 feet from where you are right now. That way and then that way a little bit.
And 4.
Hey, what's
And
up?
4.
Hold on. What's up with your hangovers? You didn't bring up your age. I'm not gonna bring up your age. I think you can beat the shit out of me. But you get bad hangovers?
I don't really have it all. No, I don't have hangovers at all. Generally, I mean, I drank 3 margaritas before I had started this, so it's like, hey, whatever.
I think you're right. I used to think everybody that said they didn't get hangovers was all bullshit, but you're an honest man, and I believe that now because my hangovers make me want to delete the channel and delete social media and move to Abu Dhabi. But I know that if I go run 5 miles, I'm 100% back to normal after it. But you generally, it doesn't matter if you drink.
Run?
No. I'm saying like if you
No
drink,
running here.
if you drink 10 IPAs or if you're dead sober, you're gonna wake up and feel the exact same. That's impossible for me to believe.
Yeah, I don't get hangovers, honestly. maybe 10 IPAs I might, but
Have you ever had a
4
hangover?
or 5, I'm good.
Have you ever had a hangover?
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh definitely, yeah, definitely.
Do you think it's an Irish thing? You look Irish as the day is long. You look like you could play for Notre. You look like you could play for Notre Dame. You do right now. Fighting Irish.
There's a reason we have in it's like in the day a baron did a castle to our back in Ireland. So yeah, definitely Irish.
All right, well
Sure.
that's the key to drinking and having a homebrew channel, not being hungover. I guess it's the Irish gene. It's a gene. It's genetics. It's hereditary. I guess, right?
That's right. Exactly.
Well, all right. I know it's 10:30 your time. You want to get out of here. I think your wife probably hates me, as all of my friends and their girlfriends and wives hate me.
She went to bed.
She went to bed? Okay. Are you going to do CH?
Text me she went to bed.
Are you going to pull the CH and fall asleep on the wrong side of the bed and just like people's elbow your girlfriend at like 2 a.m? Or do you know what side of the bed you sleep on?
Nope, I'm good.
Well, all right, guys, that's it. Let's, if we have any more questions, Brian has an ironclad liver. I'm jealous. Dyna Addict. Yes, it's a germ thing for sure. Dyna Addict. Kurt Pick, he gets tired. He doesn't get hung over. Lars, you got to ignore the NBC calls, then you won't get hangovers. Tell that to Rory, Roger Maury. Keep it going. I don't know, Brian, you want to do one more? I've got like 1 beer in there. I've got hard seltzers and shitty Belgian beer. It's your call.
If I could, I broke the seal early.
Oh, go take
so
it.
We'll do drain.
He gonna do one.
All right.
He gonna do one. Frank the Tank. Brian's the fucking man, dude. All right, one more, Kurt. All right, Don and Sanderson. Who is Thrilltown? Shout out to Barrage Lord Thrilltown. Well, the Thrill, he's the Barrage. He was one of the first guys to buy my t-shirts, and I love him for it. He wears it to the gym, and the motherfucker can clean and squat like there's no tomorrow, and he's got a good mustache. Peace out. Later, Tom. Later, you, Barrage. I'm registered Indian. Firewater's in my blood. Jonathan Elliott, I'm trying to squint at your profile picture right now. All I'm picturing in my mind is you look like Andre Reed, the wide receiver for the Buffalo Bills. Let me know in the comment section if that's racist or not. Let me pull you up, Brush. I can't even pull you up, Jonathan Elliott. I don't know why. I literally don't care at all about your what skin tone you are, as long as you're a brush. But I want to get the look at this Dungeon Master back there. Look at this brush. So Brian was telling me in the broadcast that everybody pretty much has a everybody in Ohio has a dungeon, not a dungeon. What am I trying to say? Everybody from has a basement. Everybody from Ohio has a dungeon. Vlad the Impaler. Wanna be there?
This is the two bitter beer I was talking about earlier.
All right, so. I'll go. I guess while you're doing that, I'll go pour my shitty Belgian sour.
Let's make
Okay.
it. Let's make it to the point where I don't have to delete this broadcast anymore because I'm always in trouble for homebrew.
Yeah,
I don't think we've bummed anybody out so
Yeah.
far, right?
you don't need to delete this.
All
You
right.
don't need to delete this at all. It's all good.
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Yeah. All right. I'll be right back. All right. Hold it down, Brian.
No,
Hold it
we're
down,
good.
Brian. Hold it down, Brian.
All right, we'll do. Yep. No, I mean, I lived in Texas for like almost 20 years, and no no basements down there at all. Where they keep the women chained up, that's just wrong. Going, that's just wrong. I don't know. That's really bad. Claw Robo Brew. There are a couple. And I guess I'd ask you, Reynolds, on the Clawhammer 120 volt system or the 140 volt system. The 120 volt system, you have some issues with getting to a good boil. 120 volt system. If you're going to 240 system at 5,500 watts, it's a rocket ship. The only thing I don't doesn't blow up my on the Clawhammer system. Zuka tube gets really easy. You have really like tip in order to get everything out of the system, and it's if you don't tip it, leave most probable system. If you're doing 100, I'd say if you're looking at 120 volt system between the Clawhammer and the Robo Brew, save your money and go with the Robo Brew probably. With that. But if you're looking at a 240 volt system, the Clawhammer system definitely is a rocket ship. And as long as you understand that, you've got to use a hop screen, which they supply with the system in order to keep the plate chiller from getting clogged, which I've clogged my chiller from them. It's one of those things where, if you don't use the hop screen or whatever you want to call it, the hop spider, then you're going to get a clogged chiller. Other than that, I can't say that there's anything wrong with either one, but the Robo Brew is definitely it's a good system. I don't have any issues with it at all. Kind of near the Dallas Fort Worth area, Yeast and the Beast. Most everybody has a basement in Ohio. Some people don't, but not every one of them do. So, yeah, I agree with that 100%, Peter. If you can avoid 120 volt, you're just, unless you're doing a small batch system, 2.5 gallons of beer, 120 volt system is really not going to do you much at all. In the way of favors, because it just takes so long to come to a boil, and it's not a really rigorous boil at all. So,
I'm back, and so much for my perfect 10 beer line bullshit. That's always the first beer. It's always the first beer is bad, and everyone dumps it out. I just drink it. I don't care if it's been sitting in plastic or overcarbonated all night. Brian, looks like you have a barrage out here from Ohio. Sean Keefe. Not everyone has a basement, but most do in Ohio. I don't know if you already answered that question or not.
Yeah, I kind of addressed it. Yeah, not everybody does, but a lot of them do. So
understood. Terrible pour CH. That's fair. Ha ha ha. The glass. Totally fair. CH, what you drinking? Brian poured his beer he hated, so I poured the beer that I hate. Sour Belgian. It was the Philly Sour Yeast. For the record, I fucking hate Belgians. And you know what I hate more than Belgians? Is when people write dumb YouTube questions on that Belgian video, that Philly Sour. People are like, what exactly do you mean by like Belgian-y? I was like, dude, I'm not going to write you back. You know what I mean? Exactly what I meant when I said the word Belgian. Like the perfect English term to describe something in one word would be Belgian or Belgian-y. Like, what do you actually mean? Is it like,
it's all the yeast will bring, right?
Is it esters or this? It's like, it's Belgian. You know what a Belgian beer tastes like? It smells like bananas. It smells like a banana smoothie. That's exactly what it tastes and smells like. But what do you mean Belgian?
Yeah.
I'm out.
Go brew a Belgian, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Right. Use any Belgian yeast
It's a very easy beer to brew because they ferment it like damn near 80 degrees, and that's you'll be on the page. And that's an easy beer to brew.
The hotter, the more character.
Right. And we talked about earlier, like the hardest part of home brewing is temperature control. That beer, you don't really have to worry about temperature control in where I live. No. And if
it's the Kveik was a thing.
Right. It would be like ultimately all beer stemmed from Pilsners and, Eastern Europe and Northern Europe. And it's like, it would be like brewing a Pilsner 200 years ago. You just put it outside.
Yep.
And do you think that you really need to keep hops in the dark, or do you think that's kind of an old wives' tale? Fermenting hops.
I mean, they can be light struck. I mean, there's no doubt about that. I mean, it's one of those things where, if you have a clear fermenter and you have sunlight hitting it, or some kind of incandescent or something that's not a LED light, I think you can get some hop strike, if you will. But as far as, I mean, if it's in a place that's fairly shaded or there's no direct sunlight, I don't see any issue with it at all.
I think you're right. And I used to make such a big deal about fermenting. Like, I have no money, so I have to, like, that part of the house is cold. That outside, we're doing meat. It's got no hops in it. So we, literally put it out on the side yard for summer and stuff like that. It's a temperature thing. It's not a sun beating on it thing. But looking back, like, did it really matter if, like, sun hits hops? I mean, probably. Oxygen and daylight are ultimately the enemy.
If you're brewing a clone or something like that, you probably want a little light strike, right?
Well, you know what? That's a good YouTube video. I'm not going to do it, but if anybody wants an idea for a grain and glass video, do the same exact beer, ferment at the same exact temperatures, but you have to do it in a place where one of them's on your side yard and one of them's in a dark closet.
Yeah.
And see if you can tell a difference. That'd be a great YouTube video. Does
exactly.
Does hitting hops? Does light hitting hops really matter? And
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I mean, I've had beers that I've been sitting outside, like if I've gone to a commercial brewery, or even my own brew, beers. If I'm sitting outside and the sunlight's hitting it, you can hold it, you can get a whiff of it and it smells skunky. I mean, like almost probably within minutes of light strike hit.
All right. So
for sure.
What happened? Why does it say live 5 minutes? Are we still live? Is this still the same video?
Goose Traba. I don't give a ton of my beer away, honestly. I mean, I drink most of it, so whatever. I'm gonna out myself, but yeah, most of the beer I brew, I drink myself, or me and my wife.
Brian, you're very a homebody, right? Like we on the broadcast, you talked a little bit about your local beer scene and tasting rooms. I think I go to a lot more breweries than you do. I don't know if that's...
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you think that your beer's just better at home? Or you just want to drink beer at home and not have to deal with the driving and the spending all the money?
Yeah, man. I just want to come home and, kick back and watch some TV with the wife and drink my own beer and do that thing. And I mean, it's like, I don't know. It's not necessarily any kind of calculated thing. It's just, I don't know. It's hard to pay when you can brew 5 gallons of beer for, $30, $40. It's hard to pay $5 a pint for beer and enjoy it. It honestly is.
Oh, totally.
I mean, it's some phenomenal beer. It's one of those things. So.
If you enjoy cooking food and you enjoy making your own beer, you're gonna save a lot of fucking money, man. You can save a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
There's nothing more of a ripoff than going out. And I still live in the same old high school town with my friends, and we go to Chili's or whatever, some steakhouse, and I love going out to dinner is one of my favorite things. But it's like I'm the douchebag that flips the bills a lot of the time, or will lie around or something. It's like that was $200. I could have made top ramen at home for 20 cents, and it could have kept me alive the same way this food would have.
Yeah, I mean, we when we go out, like if we go out to eat or whatever, generally it's because Kelly, my wife, wants me to relax because. I I really make most of our meals anyways. I mean, I love to cook and all that stuff. I mean, just this past weekend, I made actually a couple days ago, I made a, pan-seared pork chop with bourbon cream gravy and mashed potatoes and asparagus and,
There you go.
Italian bread. With, so I mean, I do all, I'm shrimp scampi. I love to cook and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I love to do, like, I've got a couple different capicolas going right now where I'm doing some dry aging and all that kind of stuff. I make cheese. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I do that, doesn't hit the channel at all, but there's all kind of stuff that I enjoy doing to be kind of self-sufficient and, enjoy doing it. And the pandemic has kind of brought a little bit of that more out of me where I want to try to do everything like, I don't buy ham anymore. I cure my own pork loin and make back bacon on the smoker. I've got a smoker. I do that. And, she bought me an awesome slicer for Christmas. I make my own ham. I slice it up and, freeze some of it, use some of it. And then, I don't know. I love all that stuff.
Do you think we should plug your other channels? Or are you not ready for that? I know you've got other YouTube channels out there.
I don't care if you want to. I mean, there's not a whole lot of content on it, but I've got another channel called Build It with Brian. If you search that, you'll be able to see it. But
I'm going to make T-shirts of that and sell them on Homebrew Live. It's called Build It with Brian. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. I'm definitely not kidding. I'm just pulling your leg. But you have a side channel. I've got previous lifetime side channels. What's your take on cooking with, on short-circuited, putting the stuff we just talked about on cooking content on that channel, or would you start a new channel?
I don't know that it really fits the audience. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know that it fits the audience that, wants to see brewing. So I haven't really crossed over too much. I mean, I do a little bit of crossover stuff like that on YouTube, sometimes on Facebook, but and like I said, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know my audience, but I think that most people, when they come to the channel, they want to see electric brewing and not, cooking videos. So that's one of those things where I just don't put any content out there on that, because of the fact that I don't think that people want to see that.
You know what? I think you're right, and I'm a firm believer on anybody just staying in your lane. Everyone tries to do too much nowadays. Everyone's trying to be a sports athlete / activist / politician / Instagram star. It's like, and it's funny because I did the Crockpot short video, which is a video we've actually already done before. And to Peter from Genius, who's live with us right here, he's tuning in. So we have Peter from Genius, Yeast and the Beast, Short Circuited. I think Trent dipped out.
Hey, Peter.
Peter's a barrage. You guys are barrages. Maybe some silent but deadly YouTube people that are watching here that don't want to say what up, man, because they don't want to, let us know we're creeping. They're creeping on our shit. But if you have the YouTube,
right?
If you have the YouTube, Lauren's barbecue channel. I'm kidding. No, I'm not. I'm definitely not kidding. Larry's barbecue. He's probably here right now. I'm kidding. He's Brian's friend. He's my friend too. We just haven't met yet. But if you have the YouTube Creator app, they do these dumb things where it's like, I can show it to you guys right now. I probably will. But it's like, oh, your video is like 1 out of 10, or, first place of your last 10 uploads. You're, second out of 10, or third place. And Brian, they send you like a little like firework thing that goes off, or a space shuttle. It's like, this video, typically your video gets 500 views in a day or 2,000 views in a day. Yeah, you're going through the roof. Today, I got the message. They're like, nobody likes your video. It's in 10th place. Like, you dumb motherfucker. Check it out. Yeah, I didn't get the rocket ship today. I didn't get
like
check it out. People aren't choosing your video as much as recommended, and they're watching it way less than usual. Okay, so
yeah,
your videos
you say that because
your videos are 38% down because you're a fucking idiot. CH, fewer people choose to watch when we recommend it and they aren't watching it that long. And then when it's like, yeah.
Video, do something else.
Yeah. You fucked up good, man. You done fucked up good. And then when it, typically I wasn't used to that because every video I get the rocket ship. It's like a firework and a rocket ship because every video you have, whatever, 500 or 200 or 1,000 or a couple thousand more subscribers. So in theory, that video should get the most views because you have more subscribers than your previous channel did. But today it's just like 10th place. No one wants to see your cooking videos, you stupid motherfucker. So to answer your question, yeah, maybe I don't care about the views. I kind of care about the views, but I have to get away from the grain of glass videos, man. Like, not that I do that many of them.
It's a drug almost. I mean, it's like, when you're a creator, it's like, you're looking at it and you're going, oh. I mean, like my last two videos, they're like, I got the little rocket ship, and it's like, it's going better than your other videos, and it's like
Peter knows that. I want the rocket ship.
You're constantly
right
your app on your phone.
Right.
Oh, how many views I got?
I didn't know that YouTube went both ways. Like when it's good, they're like, yeah, your video got 2,000 views in one day. But then when it's bad, they should just not do anything. They're like, you know what? Nobody cares about this video. 38% of, you got an F in class day. It's like, oh shit, okay, that's cool. Like that.
What they should have is like a spaceship auguring into the fucking ground.
Some kamikaze, like some bomb. Too soon for Japanese World War II.
Bombed, bro.
Yeah. That's what they do. They're like, nobody wants to watch this video. I just showed you guys. Nobody wants to watch this video. Typically, it's like 88%. Now it's like 35%. What's an F? 59%? What's a D? 60%? If you actually put a letter on 38%, it'd be like a T. Straight A student, B minus. Yeah. I'm a T student for this week, dude. I don't even want to see it again.
That's hilarious.
I'm gonna send Yelp. I'm gonna Yelp.
That's hilarious.
I'm gonna Yelp YouTube. I'm gonna Yelp YouTube. See what happens. Hey, Seamus is here. Seamus is the barrage. He's got a YouTube channel that does. You might have similar interests with Seamus, Brian. He does not motocross, but like I don't know really cars, NASCAR, Grand Prix, Daytona, that stuff. I don't. I'm probably sounding like an asshole right now, but he's got a channel where he does that, and it's actually pretty cool. And I checked it out. He just popped in right here. Seamus McMasters. He wrote No Disassemble. I don't know what the hell that means, or if that's the name of his new YouTube channel or band he's trying to start or something. But all right. Just got a grade on the old bell curve. Yep, Roswell's. What'd you get on that YouTube video? I got like a Z minus. That's like a 38%. I got a lowercase D. Yeah, I got a lowercase Q. What'd you get? Yeah, we're grading on a curve. But the video bombed. That at the end of the day, like it's a beer channel. We're a DIY beer channel, and I'm still gonna make cooking videos. And I'm gonna put an emphasis on like top ramen, like top ramen a la filet mignon or something, like cheap, whatever. The meals that actually know how to make, which is top ramen and Kraft macaroni and cheese. But it was cool. No, like a couple trolls. A lot of good comments. All these guys that are still here, Trent, yada, yada, yada. I try to read them all, and I try to write everybody back. And what I learned today, and Peter, I want you to hear this, do not write back to the negative comments. I'm sure Brian can vouch. It's a waste of time. You talk shit about my YouTube channel,
yeah,
bro? You talking shit about my YouTube channel, bro? It's my fucking profile picture, bro.
Yeah.
Talking shit.
Oh, you want to talk about some negative? You want to talk about some negative comments? Do a video on installing a sub panel in your barn. Holy shit!
Is that your video?
You talk about like
You got destroyed?
Oh my God! On my other channel with Brian,
I want to see it.
there were comments that were so freaking like toxic. That's the
yeah.
only time I've ever deleted some comments. It was like, holy crap,
Hey,
unreal.
what were they called? Okay, we'll leave it at that. I don't want to, leave the women and children alone.
Oh my God. It was like, oh, you're gonna burn your barn down. It's like,
That's not bad.
No,
bad.
it's still standing, bro.
I'll be the judge of how bad it is. I'll be the judge of how bad it is. 2 collard greens. Brian will do the collard greens IPA. Collard greens IPA. No,
Collard greens.
I think that the only really bad YouTube stuff is like I have friends that are like Instagram famous. I don't really know too many YouTubers that make a living off it, but sometimes they'll put their families out there, the family picture or whatever. The vest that I wear, all the patches that I buy, his name is Dano Brown on Instagram. He's got the best Instagram account. And he told me a couple of years ago, he's like, somebody made a crack at my wife or he's white out there in Victorville, out in the desert, Victorville, Apple Valley. Made a crack about my wife, talked about my daughter being like Asian or something. He's like, dude, it fucked me up for a month. And I was like, yeah, I mean, you put yourself out there on the internet is faceless. Like it's, yeah. I've had guys tell me, and I've talked about this before, like I've had guys tell me to go kill myself in a YouTube comment. And that's the thing.
Yeah, keyboard bullies, man.
Yeah, but that's how the internet works. Like, Brian, you would never hear that in real life. You would never go up to someone and be like, hey, man, talking shit? That's my girl over there. Go kill your... No, you don't do that. It only works when you're a keyboard warrior, so... But, exactly. It goes both ways, you're going to have a million good comments, and then the one comment where it's like, hey, your girlfriend's kind of fat and ugly. You're like, fuck, man. That's the one that, like, I caught or... paid more attention to. It's like, that's just the internet. CH, you fucking grow a beard, you stupid gangly fuck, to hide a double chin and your teeth are yellow. I know that. I already knew that.
Yeah.
But
it can be rough, and fortunately, I don't get a lot of trolls on my channel, and I don't know why.
Trolls.
I mean,
I get trolls.
I know some people that literally, I'm not kidding. I am not kidding. That had like threats against their family and stuff, and like the police were involved, and charges were filed,
and your boss knows about it.
And I'm talking about in the brewing. No, I'm talking about in the brewing space. I'm not talking about like some stratosphere channel that's has nothing to do with brewing.
I got you.
But it's like, it was ridiculous. And I know the guy personally, and we talked about it, but it's like, they had to literally file charges in the country that's purpose. It was ridiculous. And I can't believe it. And then, talking about that, I don't know if there's a guy in Ohio called Roman Atwood Vlogs. Roman Atwood, I think is the guy's name.
No, I don't know.
He literally had somebody that hacked his entire life pretty much. Was like turning on his cars on and off, doing turning on and off his alarm system and all kinds of. I mean, it literally like was ruining their life. They had to like pull YouTube for like a whole year. So it's ridiculously crazy out there. I don't know. It's gee whiz.
There's a lot of losers
it's crazy
in this
how
world, bro.
People...
There's a lot of good people in this world, and there's a lot of losers.
Yeah, man. Jealousy is a terrible thing.
Jealousy is, you were talking about earlier, like money is the root of all evil. Being envious of people could be equally as scary, bro. Like, those guys that get swatted?
Oh, for sure.
Like, they brought that up on a couple of broadcasts ago, talking about like some Twitch guys like Dr. Disrespect or Summit. They're like, there's guys.
Oh, yeah.
You've heard of that? They figure out where you live, and they'll call in like a bomb threat to your house while you're live in front of like 60,000 people as a joke.
Oh, yeah.
And hold a gun to your head while your baby's crying. And I was like, hey, I'm all for pranks and pulling fire alarms and shit like that in high school, but like that is fucking too far. You should go to jail for that. To me, that's like, right, that's like lighting a fire in the canyon and then it burns everybody's house down. He was like, well, yeah, you didn't really think it was going to go that far. I've been there, I was a little kid, I was a little pyromaniac. But when you are burning people's houses down and getting people's personal shit involved, you deserve to go to prison.
Yeah.
Probably forever. You know, like there could be grandmothers in that house that are little old ladies, pets, and kennels and stuff like that. And it's like, you got to go, dude. Like you suck at life.
Yeah.
Like, you know. So how about that IPA, man? Simcoe or Amarillo or Sentinel or Chinook or Galaxy?
Let's see if I remember correctly, it was a Centennial, like a first wort hop, and then I had some other like maybe Simcoe and a couple others in there. You know, fortunately, my palate is wrecked enough from the hazy IPA that it doesn't taste too bad. So, you know, I don't know.
There you go. You're good. You got some comments, Brian.
Yeah.
Night Brunches, got you checking off. Jonathan Elliott, Oregon was smoky all summer because of that. Dude, San Diego got bums and kids light fires all the time, and it burns down communities. Thank God for insurance.
Yeah.
I want to call Brian for advice on a weekly basis. He charges $200 a minute. He told me beforehand, $200 a minute.
That's right.
Yeah, he's on that lawyer per diem. Kurt Pitt, Google sells everything. I'm gonna do an Amarillo Azaka.
And the meter's running.
What's up? What's up, B?
I said, give me a call and the meter's running.
Yeah. You know what? Brian, I've actually thought about deleting the Homebrew for Life Instagram. I talked to Peter about this. You know, I'm actually kind of like I've been talking about this for years, like just going back to flip phone and stuff like that. And I think that do you think your Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram does better or worse for your life at this time? Like, do you think like it promotes stuff and you know, because I can talk with everybody now. I've got all these guys' phone numbers and we're on Discord, me, Roswell's, Delonius, Yeast and the Beast, you now. And I was like, I've literally tried to step away from like the Facebooks and the Instagrams of the world because I think it's more of a distraction at this point while I'm editing. What's your take on that? Do you think
you know, I mean, I honestly, like with the Instagram and stuff like that, like, you know, I'm gonna weigh 20 stickers over on my Instagram, and I know people do like, you know, follow me and do this and do that, do all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Just I did things like, you know, comment on my post and tag a friend, you know, and so it's like it's not really, you know, and the funny, if anybody wants a real in-depth look at like all of social media, there's a Netflix documentary on it, and it's absolutely ridiculous because yeah, if you don't pick up your phone and go to one of these social media platforms, they are prompting you with different things that, you know, I might get a prompt saying, you know, oh, somebody commented or whatever, and it's like 2 or 3 days old. You know, it's like if you don't pick up your phone and look at this social media stuff, you know, a couple hours a day, they prompt you to take a look at it. And most of the time I just swipe it away. I just don't even really give it. I don't even pay attention to it. It's like, whatever, you know?
No, I'm with you. And
so
I at this point, like we were talking about earlier, it's like me and my girlfriend, we put on Ocean's 11. Next thing we know, we're like Googling George Clooney's age, and we're back on Instagram. We're just like, fuck, man. Like,
how old are you?
Yeah, like this, you know, I don't want to be like a cell phone couple where, you know, everywhere we go, we're just like, just staring at our cell phone. You know, it's like we need to kind of get some humanity back.
That appalls me.
Yeah, it's not like, you know, YouTube promotes YouTube. If you're putting out YouTube videos, you're putting YouTube videos out. And I think with the Hoppy Hour, everyone here right now, we're answering all the questions. I don't answer anybody's questions on Instagram because it's just too obnoxious for me that like somebody in Canada can just, a DM is pretty much like a text message. So it's just like, hey, do I buy this spoon? Do I buy this homebrew system? It's like, dude, I'm out to dinner, man. Like, if I sound like an asshole, that's totally fair. but I fucking am not going to go back and forth with you, for 20 minutes of my life. That's why I kind of created the hobby hour so people can talk to each other, and we can, I'm hanging out with you. I'm having a great time. And Tom and Donovan and Roswell's, and we're all bullshit and stuff like that. With Discord, and I'm in so many group texts with all my friends, which drive me crazy half the time. I don't even think I need social media anymore. I don't think I need Facebook or Twitter or Instagram anymore. And it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool because I can keep in touch with people, and people tag us and stuff like right now, and they're watching us and they're showing us appreciation, and I can see that and, give them shout outs. But like if I'm staring at it all day, or it's like too big of a distraction, you got to kind of weigh it out. Like, does this make like your life better or your brand better? And it ultimately comes down to what's up?
Not necessarily. I don't think so. I mean, it's I use a lot of the different platforms to promote my videos, but other than that, I mean, I interact with them, but as far as like letting them rule my life, I don't let it do that. So yeah, it's one of those things where I just try to interact with people and do as much as I can, but I'm not a slave to it. I mean, I do spend more time on it than I probably should sometimes, but
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I think that's what it comes down to is like, do you have a good handle on it, right? Like, are you in the movie theater on a date and checking your phone all the time, or like, can you just put it down in the morning and then check it again at night, and it's something, for me, it's got to be out of sight, out of mind. Like, I half the day. Who's rushing out?
Yeah.
Donovan Sanderson, social media, a gift and a curse. Totally. And you know what? There's a lot of rad people I keep in touch with. Brian, I think I only keep in touch with you through Instagram. I don't think we don't text.
Yeah.
And I think I only got you on Discord because you were coming on tonight, right? Like that was the only reason you downloaded it?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was on Discord with the online homebrew club, BrewTubers, but that was just on my phone. I didn't have it on my computer or anything. So
it's the same thing. It's
there's so many things, like
right,
all the other bullshit. It's like whatever.
Right. And it's like the way I look at Discord is like AOL Instant Messenger. It's like it's always kind of on, and it's cool. And somebody wants to send you something, it's cool. It's not like a popularity thing, like MySpace or Instagram or likes or views or something like that. It's just like a communication platform, and I fucking love Discord.
Yeah.
So I don't know. All right, it looks like everyone's taking off. Social media is a gift and a curse. Be good, elementary. Elementary's out of here. I know a lot of the East Coasters are dipping out. It's 11 o'clock Brian's time.
Yeah.
But I think this is a
I got to check out because I got to get up and go to work in the morning. So.
Yeah, and to answer Seamus McMasters, do you have anxiety when you turn your phone off? No, I have anxiety when my phone is on. When my phone is off and I leave it at home, and I'm with my girlfriend all the time, so I know if something bad happens, someone's gonna call my girlfriend. But when I go camping and stuff, I leave my cell phone at home because I don't really think it's camping if you bring the internet with you. Dawson's Creek theme song. I miss AOL Instant Messenger. Remember AOL Instant Messenger? Like being a freshman in high school and trying to talk to like the senior star football player and see if he just like writes you back. Is that my generation? No. All right, we're doing it.
Funny.
You I mean, I still have this. Brian, are you dozing off? I know it's 11 o'clock your time.
Yeah, man, I need to check out so I can go to bed and get up and go to work in the morning.
All right, I'll finish this with you guys. Brian, thanks for being here, and you're the man, dude. I'll catch up with you later on. That's Brian from Short Circuit Brewers, and we are doing our demon voice. All right, later, Braj. I'm gonna cut.
Cheers.
And let's go to. Can you hear me? Let's bring the chat in here now. The chat should work. Should not work. Let's try it again. Nope. There it is. There he is. Dawson's Creek theme song. It showed up yellow this time. Usually it's always different. All right, guys. Brian's a barrage. I know it's 11 o'clock his time. It's 8 o'clock my time. My time, this is like when, very cool dude. Yeah, good choice of words. Yeah, he was, I think he was getting a little too saucy McLassy. He might not get the hangovers, but he definitely gets the buzzes. He gonna do one more. CH needs some Roger talk. No, we're chilling. Got this Bronson right here. Oh, I was just, kick. Oh, shit. This thing does weigh like 10 pounds. Yeah, that was cool. That was super fun. Are we still live? If you guys didn't thumbs down the video or thumbs up it, I know it's Peter saying. Quick plug, Peter will be on You're a Whale. I'm a Whale. Whale of Life, Braj. Who said I'm a whale? Jonathan Elliott. Gonna make a Roger Margins IPA, dude. Shout out to Delonius. Delonius knows what's up. NBC for Brian. Man, my girlfriend just gave me shit for drinking too much this morning. But we only have one life to live, as far as we know. Shout out to, yeah, Roswell's gets it. Shout out to Delonius. Roger Margins IPA. Imagine if you fucking turned that into something and it sold. Obviously, we would get it. You know, it's an inside joke. Nobody else would get it. But, I don't know. I do have to pee, though. NBC? Should I play the MC video? That's why I created the video. So I can go piss. Should we do it? NBC? All right. Can I pee under 1 second? Be right back. Is it just me, or does Brian look like the guy that just won the Super Bowl? The head coach that just won the Super Bowl. I'm on Trent's YouTube channel right now. Can we get Trent up to 1,000 subscribers? Can we get this barrage up to 1,000 subscribers? This is the Trent barrage. Yeah, it's terrible. We get some good beer for it. What's up, Hell Brews? Oh shit, I didn't fucking. I'm a bad friend. Hell Brews, Hell Barrage. Hell Barrage, Hell Brews. Oh, let's get this little barrage in here. Here's Hell Brews. Hell Brews is cool as hell. He's a really nice guy. He works hard. Shout out to Roswell for being subscribed. I think he's talking about Hell Brews or Brew Show. Probably Brew Show. You piss so fast, bro. I do. I know. My girlfriend's going to come home and be like, what the fuck, man? I thought we talked about you drinking again, man. Motherfucker. You should margin some NBC. That's Peter. Peter, you want to chime in? 10 thumbs up and we'll get Peter on right now. Peter, you can do it from your phone. You can do it from your phone. Go download Discord and I can pull you up right now, you Brinch. Who's ready for Pedro? Or anybody. Who wants to come on the show right now? There's still 39 people watching. Genius Brewing. What does one subscribers, I think, get you the chat? To Jonathan Elliott. 1,000 subscribers get you to what I'm doing right now. And 4,000 watch time hours can get you monetization ad revenue, but it's way harder to get than 1,000 subscribers. Watch time is a motherfucker. I don't know technology. All right. All talk, no video, though. All right, let's get the Roswells on. Roswell's earned this. Hell margins. Hell margins. All right, Roswell's, give me a sec. My girlfriend's gonna kill me. My girlfriend's gonna kill me. Trevor, mate, I stopped by your place and dropped the burner in your glove. Don't want to interrupt the happy hour. Well, you should have interrupted it, Brush. How'd the call go? Went great. Okay, where is Roswell's? Roswell's does not want to do. Let me go from the top. Let's go to Roswell's and we'll go to start video call. Roswell's, I don't know, man. I don't know what I just clicked. Is it just audio or video?
Yo,
Roswell's! Can you guys hear Rozzy?
can you hear me?
Oh, dude, I love hearing your voice. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what up? Yeah,
going
for
on, man?
sure.
How's it going, Rush?
Yeah, I only have audio. Can you hear me?
Yeah, let me try to plug you in here. Can you guys hear Okay. Go to, see what's going on here. Let's see what's going on here. What did we have? Brian's audio. Go to... Ross, can you say something?
Yo, what
Yeah,
up?
Yeah, that's Roswell's. Yeah, Kirk can hear you, man. That's Roswell's. Roswell's with that smooth operator. All right, man.
What's up, everyone? How's you guys' night going?
Ross, can I go fill
Is
up
everybody drinking?
Can I go fill up another beer?
Yeah, do it.
All right.
Yeah, do it for sure. Yo, what's up? How's everybody's night going? What's up?
Yeah, dude.
Vlad,
Late night
Donovan,
radio with Raj.
Seamus. Yo. What's the questions? Q&A real quick before he gets back. You have fucking 35 seconds. This is what he pees every time. I am drinking a Sam Adams Wooden Lager, actually. It's pretty tasty. I'm about 4 beers deep right now there, Brew Meal. Hello from Brooklyn. What's up, man? How's Brooklyn? Is it cold out there? Probably not as cold as here. Roswell's mean. It's just my first name's Ross. All my friends called me Roswell's from Roswell's, New Mexico. I don't know why. It just happened. If I could be a pizza, what kind of pizza would I be? Damn, I don't know. Probably a marguerite. Whirlpool Hoppin' IPA, yes or no? Yeah, perhaps. What up? What was your last homebrew? Oktoberfest, actually.
All right,
Yo,
Raj,
what up, Trev?
All right, Raj, you're fired. You're so goddamn fired. All right, what are you talking about? Oh, Roswell's is the...
Fired? How am I fired, bro? I'm
you're-
getting mad questions here.
All right, you're rehired. All right, I'll give you a raise.
Radioactive? Yeah, 100%.
Keep it going, Raj. Shout out to Trevor. He brought my burner
All right.
back. That's what I heard. He opened up my garage door, put my Anvil burner back. Thank you, Trevor. Thanks for bringing it back, Brush. You're a brush. I keep it going, Roswell style.
Frickin' 9 degrees here. Oh, yeah, sure, you betcha. Why do I live in a place that's 25 degrees? Because they let me go out to the bar until 1 o'clock in the morning.
Back off, war child, seriously.
Frickin' 9 degrees here. Oh, yeah, sure, you betcha. Damn, you're like saving that and like trying to copy it or something, huh?
No, it's on loop. I'm trying to do my back off war child.
Why do I live in a place that's 25 degrees? Because they let me
We're done with that.
go out to the bar until 1 o'clock in the morning.
I fucked up good. And I do hear my voice. It sounds like shit ran over twice.
What happened?
Everything wrong. Is my girlfriend not coming home?
We done? Is this shit over?
No, we're chilling, Ross. What's going on, you brunch?
What up, bro?
Just
What do you want to talk about?
Nothing. I want to talk about nothing at all. Peter's coming on.
I actually watched. Go ahead. My bad.
No, it's here, Brush.
I just wanted to say that I watched a show on Netflix called How to Fix a Drug Scandal, and that shit was pretty insane.
Did it remind you of Homebrew for Life?
Not at all whatsoever. It was pretty fucked up though.
Okay. Well, I'll keep that on my radar. That's all the time we have.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. Nothing. Peter's going to be on next week, and I think Trevor's coming on the week after that. Trev, who? He's in the chat right now. He's getting all crazy out there with distilling. He's getting crazy. He brought me my rum, and it was no joke. That's what got us all in trouble last Wednesday night, man. We kept that shit going too long. Or did we not go long enough?
Yeah. Did you see my meme or no?
Say it again?
Did you see my meme or no?
On Discord?
Yeah.
Well, I'll pull it up right now. Brajwells. Pull it up right now, you brungy. No, I didn't. No. Nobody saw your name. Was it Game of Thrones related?
No, it has nothing to do with Game of Thrones.
Damn.
I posted it on my shit though.
All right, okay, hold on. Let me go back to Discord. Plug the Discord, man. What's your
No.
Oh, discussion of politics and religion is hereby forbidden, and I totally agree with that.
No, go to memes. Go to memes and gifs.
Okay. Oh my God. I'm not All right, I get it, Doug. We're not Yeast and the Beast like that, and Thelonious like that. We're not we're pleading the fifth on my end, but that was good. That was good, man.
Did you like that meme or what?
Yeah, I like that a lot.
That's why I came on.
That's why I can't. I'm not gonna talk about it though. But that was that was like the perfect picture. The internet has no mercy.
Is undefeated.
Yeah.
The internet's undefeated.
That is a brilliant way of putting it. The internet is 5 million and 0. Is infinite and 0. It is undefeated.
Chad, grab another beer. Or what do we got going on here?
You're in charge of the show, man. You tell me, you brunch.
Yeah, I'm down to drink longer. What do you want to do?
I just poured like an 80 ounce. You've heard of 40 ounce. I got an 80 ounce. Hell's Brew's getting down with some Cartel Blanca. I know that.
I say we get like chat questions, like 100% just chat this whole time.
Hey, you're in charge, man. Tom's got a question. Rogers Distilling. We can actually call Trevor. He's a brunch. He I don't think we can fuck anything up. I don't think until.
All right, I'm gonna grab a beer. I'll be right back.
I thought you already had a beer, man. What the fuck? Yeah.
No, I drank it. I'm gonna go grab one.
All right, I got.
All right.
Trevor's Trevor. Maury is Maury until he's Roger. He could also be Roger Maury. I'm always CH. My girlfriend's always Britta. That sounded fucking amazing. Are you on your phone or your computer?
Yeah, my computer.
Dude, your audio sounds way better than Brian's.
Right on.
Maybe it should just be audio from here on out. I think was it super choppy when Brian was on?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, maybe you could turn down can you turn down your own like to 1080p or whatever down to like 720p, and maybe then the bit rate won't be so bad for him? Because on Discord they only give you so much bit rate between the both.
Oh,
so
okay.
that's when everybody was saying go to Zoom. So you might just want to check out Zoom 100%.
Yeah, I'm not that smart, but that sounds smart.
Right on, bro.
I'm gonna throw up on.
I don't really care about that though.
I care a lot.
Really? There's one tonight or what?
Call some dinosaurs.
I bet that would be
pull the trigger.
Hella popular.
Hella popular, man. North Dakota guys dropping the NorCal slang. No, that was cool. And I noticed with Brian that if we interrupt each other, there's a lot that it's going to be me interrupting him. There's a lot more like margins. There's going to be a lot more. I can't get your fucking meme out of my head. You mind fucking me. There's gonna be a lot more like.
Yo, that was good though, right?
That was great.
Yo, like if
As
if
long
you
as
were going
nobody
to
sees
war,
that.
like some what? Okay, should I delete it or what? Is it
I
that
don't
bad?
care. Fuck no. Live your life, man. I hate.
I feel
censorship.
like that was. Oh, what's that guy gonna do? Try and beat me up, bro? I ain't afraid.
Who's talking? I think my neighbor's actually beating his wife. Or my.
Oh
Yeah.
damn.
Hey man, you live
That was
longer if
bad-
you mind your own
Bad
business.
timing on my part.
No, it's all good.
Bad timing on my part.
No. Someone's yelling now.
We were talking about
Yeah.
just normal stuff, bro.
Yeah, it might just be a kid having a fit. I'll tell you what, if you mind business, you will live longer. Anyway,
100% agree. 100% agree.
yeah, like you really want to get involved in
Yeah,
like,
we're
some,
talking about. What were we talking about?
I think we were talking about just being a barrage and just enjoying like everything that's barrage in life.
Agreed. 100%.
Bit rate. I was saying that if me and Brian
Oh yeah, that's right. Zoom.
I was saying if me
He
and
was
Brian
talking about Zoom.
talking about Zoom, if me and Brian interrupt each other, you know, like remember like regular, we're the same age. Remember like regular Nintendo when there's too many like flying things going on in like a Mario level, it like slows down. It goes from like
Yeah.
24 frames per second to like 12 frames and everything looks super choppy because it's burning up all like the whatever, the RAM or the bandwidth or the memory.
The RAM.
The RAM.
The RAM is what fucking powers that bitch.
Right, and you're not doing video, so your audio sounds perfect because it's just audio.
What system do I use? What do you mean, like PS4?
No, I'm saying like right now, like your audio sounds perfect on my end because there's no video.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I'm using.
Are you super baked? Or do you not understand what I'm saying?
Well, I'm trying to answer Trev at the same time in the.
Oh yeah, you're
So I'm answering him. Why does my shit sound so good right now? I have no idea. I think it's probably like I said, the bit rate from his video is probably overloading it. But I think like your bit rate on your video is like super high fucking quality. So I think if you maybe were able to turn down the bit rate on your video, his shit wouldn't be so choppy.
All right,
because
so,
you only get so much bit rate on Discord.
Right.
Unless you boost your server. If you boost your server, then you get a more of a bit rate and it's faster, and then you can have more people on and they can all have higher quality. But I think if you turn down your quality, then his quality will be a little bit better. But I'm not 100% sure about that because I don't know if you can do that or not.
Well, up until the last
but
time
I know on Zoom it's better.
You literally just gave me the perfect answer ever. That makes perfect logical sense. Like if we both turned our because Brian has like a $5,000 camera, but he's showing up all blurry, and I have a little Logitech HD.
Well, you're coming in clear as fuck right now, and it's not being skippy at all because I think you're taking up so much bandwidth on your end. If you were to be able to turn yours down to like 720p or some shit, and then his would be. Are you talking right now, or am I?
No. You're talking.
Okay. If you were to be able to turn your shit down to 720p, I think it wouldn't be so much like he would have more bandwidth on his end to come into you and not be so choppy.
No, that makes perfect sense. That makes 100% perfect sense. And because I know Brian has a Canon 5D Mark III, you know, and it's like if we both set our settings to maybe 720, we equally like be a barrage. But if I'm stealing
it wouldn't be so much bandwidth on Discord, but like on Zoom you might get more bandwidth. Like Zoom might be like, yo, we get so much fucking space cache because we're fucking
smaller,
publicly traded,
right?
Or whatever the fuck, you know, I don't know, partying and shit. They own the shit, you know.
Britta?
Got the fucking.
Hey, let's get some more motherfuckers on. Who else wants to come on? Well, they actually have to have Discord, right? Because we're running ultimately all of this through Discord.
As long as you got a Discord and like a headset or some shit, you can come on and talk for sure.
Delonius has one. Does Dylan want Barrage on?
Whoever wants. That's what I thought this was like gonna end up being for sure. You know what I mean? Like we could just have like 10 people on the show.
That's a
Because as
lot.
long as you don't have or 6 or whatever, I don't really give a fuck. But
Trust me, I don't give a fuck either. But as long as we're talking over each other, it's gonna sound like hell.
yeah, we could have 3-4 people in here for sure, easily.
Let's get Delonius on here.
Yeah, if he's in here, bro.
Seamus wants to.
Come on in, bro. Whoever.
She's here. All right, there goes. I'm gonna close the door. I'll be right back.
I love the dog though. That dog's fire. Fire.
All right, hey, can you do this? Can you get
Do
on
what?
here?
Invite who?
Seamus_McMasters #2719. This is like some Demolition Man shit. Oh yeah, Dancer Dawson's Creek theme song. Like I've been asked to go on some shitty, super shitty, like Instagram live broadcast or not broadcast. That's my word. Podcast, and it's 8 people talking about beer, and it's literally hell on planet Earth. Because there's always one guy that is going to talk the most, and then 7 other guys would just sit there like fucking idiots, like the intro to the Brady Bunch, like the 9 squares, and there's one guy just like, how do you feel about like Los Angeles IPAs versus like San Diego IPAs? And I'm just like, I don't feel anything about it. Just give me beer. Are you doing it, Brush?
Yeah, I'm fucking getting there, bro.
All right. All right, let's keep the who's Goose El Fraba, Dawson's Creek, Barrage Song, Seamus Masters. Okay, we've got him. After their 3rd album, the one after it, Only on America, is the super aggressive. What the hell are we talking about? Like Offspring or something? Nirvana? What did I say? Kurt Pickman.
We're getting Seamus on here, right?
Yes. Yes, we are. Goose Fraba, their 3rd album. I don't know what that means. Oh, for sure, it would be a headache. Yes, it would. But we're still barraging, and we still have 36 people here. Is he in? All right. Maybe it's not going to happen.
Did he add you on your shit or what?
I'm pulling it up right now. Okay, there's Delonius. Okay, Delonius is brushing on. All right, here we go. Delonius is booting up the PC. Can you guys still see me?
Okay.
Can we still
I'll
see me?
just make an invite for Seamus and just post it in the chat,
for
I
me,
think.
use Seamus and Delonius. Video connected, Roswell's. We're already doing video connected. So
No video for me though.
yeah, it doesn't matter. You get like the option of it. It's all barrage. Vlad the Impaler, you got the Discord? Throw the Discord in the chat. Can you do that, Roswell? Can you put the Discord in the chat? Oh, it's gonna sound like
Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm trying to right now.
Put your bank account in the chat too. Put your log into your bank account and then put that in the chat. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
You want me to invite all these guys to the Homebrew for Life chat though, bro?
Yeah, let's see
'Cause,
how.
like, I don't know.
I don't care. I don't even. Sure. Vlad the Impaler doesn't have it.
Well, I have no idea.
Oh, it's whatever. It's all good. CH, I grew up near San Clemente, and your channel makes me miss California weather and breakfast burritos. Shout out to Jacob Fish, man. I know exactly what you're talking about. Jacob Fish. Jacob El Fisho. Where's Yeast in the Barrage? Let's just get 20 people in here and just fucking ruin this whole thing.
Like Yeast and the Beast and Delonius all should be able to join in here, I
Oh,
think.
yeah, you're right.
No?
Yeah. We're already in some shit. Yeast
Like
and Beast,
they're
where you at?
your friends. They should be able to
All right.
they should be able to invite you to like, or you should be able to invite them to your exact
doing it
shit
right
that
now.
you're in right now.
What was our
Yeah.
broadcast shit? So we're in. I'm talking to Barrage Wells. Here's Delonius.
because I'm not like I don't have any like shit in your shit, bro.
I still
You feel me?
like. I feel you, but I still don't know.
Like you invited
Discord.
me to this call. Like if we can invite all these like invite to call. Here we go, right here.
Okay, so here's.
Invite to server. No. Homebrew for
Okay,
life.
so what was the one? Okay, so what was the one that you sent me that meme to? Okay, that was on your server.
That's mine. Yeah, nobody's gonna be able to see that. Don't worry.
Okay, we're gonna do. We're gonna do Delonius and Yeast and the Beast. Start video call. We might even. Okay, Delonius, we just sent you one, brunch. It's a video. Delonius got one, and Yeast and the Barrage got one. Start voice call. Yeast and the Beast, we're calling you, Barrage. Some people don't have it on their phones. Some people like me just have it on their computers. Place your Discord on your YouTube page. That's too much. Are you still there? Yeah, I don't think it's working out. I think. Are you still there, Brush? I think that's it. I think we kind of punched the last clown. We still got this though, Brush. We still got this though. Dude, that's a good name for a beer, Donovan. MySpace Top 40. MySpace Top 40. I don't know what. Oh, I think I know what happened. I think I know what. Yeast, are you here? I think I know what happened. Braj. Who's Brajin? I think when I sent an invite for video call, it deleted the last one. I think that's what happened. I'm almost certain that's what happened. Okay, Seamus McMasters, did you invite me? Damn, dude. When COVID's over, I'm cruising to San Diego for some OB Noodle House in Society. Lars knows exactly what the fuck is going on in the world. Shout out to Lars just writing the fucking thing that I'm dreaming about. Society people, and ramen. All right, Roz, I don't know what the hell, dude. Okay, I'm on Roz. You there, Brush? Roswell's. Brajwell's. 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 I can hear you. I can't hear you. Can you guys still hear me? I don't know. I think we're going to cut it. This is all kind of... I'll figure this out for next week. It's going to be me and Peter. Shout out to Brian. And I want to thank everybody for being here. Roswell says go to messages. I don't know what the fuck that is. All I want to do is play Final Fantasy VI. Messages. Okay, Roswell, so I'm on your shit. You have... Okay, there it is. You have voice channels, waiting rooms, memes, GIFs, pictures, videos. I don't know, man. I don't know. Enzo, what's up, brunch? Enzo's still browsing. What I do know is that I have to wake up in the morning. I have to go on a 5-mile run to get rid of this hangover, and I have to play golf with my dad. I don't know, Roswell's. Okay, here we go. Can you hear me? Roswell's? All right, we're done with that. We'll try it tomorrow night. We're out of here. Let's get out of here. Are you on Discord? Yeah, I'm on Discord. I think we're all kind of trying to figure out Discord as we go. I don't know what that was. I saw a vein in my arm, so I was like, if I do that, I'm going to be more of a brush. Enzo, dude, I'm hammered. Shout out to you, man. Be hammered. Just don't drive anywhere. Being hammered is fun. That's it. I'm a Discord whiz, so let me know. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Jorge Castro needs to come on too, man. What's up, Jorge? What's up, you brush? What's going on, everybody? Jorge down there in Puerto Rico. Jorge's the man. He did the broadcast. We had a good time. Do you guys think that Brian's going to be hungover in the morning? I believe him. I believe him that he doesn't get hangovers. But I don't know, man. He's just kind of dozing off, and I love him for it. I answered the Discord call. I don't know. Shout out to Jorge Castro. Check him out. He's got a super rad brewery down there on the west side of Puerto Rico. And that's it. Like still wants the NBC. One more NBC. Water and Advil before bed. Yeah, get your headache before there's a headache. We could do 9 o'clock. You guys are down for it. Roswell's, we'll try it again, man. Good. Roswell's, you literally fucking do sound like Jay and Silent Bob combined. We weren't kidding about that. Kurt Pick is, I'm not drunk, Ossifer. I'm not drunk, Ossifer. I'm just one more block. I was just picking up some fast food. Running red lights and hitting curbs. Ossifer. Uno más, por favor. Damn. Wait, are we still going? Tom Millen, yeah. I think we are. I think we're going to go till 9 o'clock. I don't even know. I'm just trying to keep up with the chat. That was great info, though, Roswell's. I definitely think you're exactly right. Like my free trial on Discord or Streamlabs, you only get a certain amount of bandwidth, and I'm pretty sure I'm hogging it, and that's why Brian was showing up choppy, and why his audio was cutting in and out, and why Roswell's audio was perfect. It's absolutely perfect. I've never heard it like that before. So Peter, I don't know if you're still, here having sex or hosting a daycare or brewery or YouTube channel. I will have it figured out by the time you come on next Wednesday. I promise. I swear to drunk, I'm not God. That's a good one. Tom Mellon. Vlad the Impala. I think you should, Brush. I think you very much well should. I mean, how much is that? That's at least probably a pint. What is this? Like 40 ounces? This is a big barrage. Everyone say it with me now. What's that from? Say it with me now. Bodega. Oh, Black Ass. Chappelle. Half Baked. You fellas got some weed? You guys got some weed? All the Arabian guys are like, hey, who's this guy? It's like, all right, whatever. He shows him his butt cheeks. Dave Chappelle. He's like, all right, here's your $50 worth of weed. No. Sleepless in Seattle, man. You know what is cringy as this is going to sound? I have sold one of those tank tops. Sleeveless in Seattle. And that was a tribute to Peter. I think all the YouTube channels kind of like studied each other's marketing tactics at the same time. Like, this guy's doing a merch store. These guys want me to do a Patreon. I'll never do a Patreon. Ever. I will never do Patreon. And these guys are selling t-shirts. And I think it was Brian, the shirt I'm wearing. I was like, you know what? Like, yes. Yeah. I had a friend come over one day. MTV, Homebrew for Life, the Barrage t-shirt. And it's so funny because I talk to my friends, like we all wear the Barrage shit and the MTV stuff. And when you wear a Barrage t-shirt, always be chill no matter what, you got to kind of like explain yourself and talk about like what is that shirt? Or like NBC University. You know, I go to the post office I'm at the post office all day, every day. Not all day, but 3 or 4 times a week. I'm shipping something out, selling something on eBay, or buying something, or checking on my P.O. box. P.O. office, cut me off. And people are like, where's like NBC University? And I'm just like, have like this zip up sweater. I'm like trying to like close it more and more and more. Like, shut the fuck up, lady. Like, don't ask. Like, it's a barrage thing. You don't know shit. Where's like NBC University? Any state that you want it to be in. Indiana. Oh, really? I'm from Indiana. Fuck. We fucked up. It's in Notre Dame Cathedral State Capital, Sacramento. Easy fix. But my buddies are like, yeah, you know, I wear the bra shit. And people are like, what does that mean? It's like, kind of fucked up wearing a shirt that you have to like explain all the time, which is even more fucked up if you get a tattoo, like a visible tattoo. And like everywhere you go, people are like, what does that like goofball, like tribal bullshit mean? You're like, oh, it means like the earth and like center of gravity and like humanity and humans shouldn't be divided. It's like, no, if your tattoo takes too much explanation, you probably fucked up. You probably fucked up good. What does that mean? What's that like Japanese symbol on your neck? You're like, well, it means like, you know, like life is a house and love and happiness. It's like, you fucked up. You should never have to explain a tattoo. It should be like a family name, a last name, something that represents like a culture without, you know, speaking too much. But if anything, you know, if you have to explain too much of a t-shirt or tattoo, long story short, don't buy Homebrew for Life merch. I think that's what we're going with this. What does barrage mean? Everywhere you go, you have to like explain yourself. Yeah, you probably shouldn't wear the shirt. What was that Peter Tosh joke? Not Peter Tosh, Daniel Tosh. Remember back in like the early 2000s when every girl was getting a tattoo of a Japanese word or a Mandarin or a Cantonese word on their back. He's like, do you think like Asian girls get like love and dream on their back? It's like, no, they don't. It's not. It doesn't go the other way. It does not work the other way. Dream. I'm just gonna get a tattoo that says dream, love, friendship. Donovan's out. Are we out of here? Thelonious Monk. We'll get it next time, Braj. We will get it next time. Mystical Aliens Brewery. That's the name of a brewery. Check out this Instagram notification I just got. Here's a name of a brewery. Excuse me. Oh. Okay. Mystical. Google the shit. Mystical Aliens Brewing. That's where you went with it? That's where you wanted to go? Hey, how do you want to be called on the internet? What's your handle? Or what's your brand going to be called? Here's how we're doing it. We're calling not mystical, not aliens, but Mystical Aliens Brewing. This guy's got more balls than me. Mystical Alien. I'm gonna throw shit in the chat. Mystical Aliens. Dude. Mystical Aliens. Here we go. He's there, man. Loud, proud. Lars said crystal is a forbidden word. I don't know what the hell that means. Brew Radical Ales Jesus. Barrage. Fair enough. I think Raul's down if he's down to come on the Wednesday after. So next Saturday is the 17th. That is Genius. The next Saturday after that is the. Fuck, man. I think I invited Brucho and Trent the same weekend. I'm very bad at double booking things or flaking on stuff. The exact opposite. Bro, dude, you're supposed to be at my wedding. Wasn't that last year? But next week it's definitely gonna be Genius, and then it's gonna be Trevor, and then I'll figure it out between Hell Brews and Trent the Brew Show. But they're gonna be on. We're gonna be barraging. We're gonna be bringing, and it's gonna be chill. It's gonna be chill. It's gonna be chill. But we still got 33 going strong. Barrage here, barrage there, barrage everywhere. Oh my God, this beer sucks. This beer fucking sucks. The good news is that it's 8:45. The bad news is that the beer sucks. Water sucks. It really, really sucks. CH, you need to send out a link to your Hoppy Hour Discord. Yeast and the Bees, I'm so down to figure out Discord, because it truly does remind me of AOL Instant Messenger, and I still love AOL Instant Messenger. I still love it. And Instant Messenger was like, obviously it wasn't mobile. You had to have it from your house, but it was like your voicemail and your text messages like just combined. Someone write like, hey man, like where you at? Let's hang out. And you go home and you see it and like what time they send it to you. Yada yada yada. Put me in, CH. Kurt Pick would be the most silent show ever. Now you're coming in, Kurt Pick. Now you're coming in, Kurt Pick. Would be it the silent most show ever. Come on, man. Let's get fucking weird. Let's take off our shirts, see what happens. See if anybody lives to tell about it. Peter Tosh, reggae, Johnny Be Good, LOL. I didn't catch that one. I can't really watch those shows. I used to watch them when I was younger. Like all those shows are like the same to me. Like Ridiculousness or Tosh.0 or America's Funniest Home Videos. You know, it's like some guy that gets kicked in the nuts or like chops his pinky toe off, and then some guy comes in and is like, shouldn't have done that. Imagine that. You know, it's the joke is the video. Talk Suit. Who's that shithead? Who's that shithead? He does more like the Kim Kardashian stuff. Could you imagine what this person did today? They already got kicked in the nuts. That was the joke. You could honestly do or say anything, and it would be funny after that. But yeah, hey Kurt, I'm down to have you on, man. I'm down to have you on, you brunch. But I'm gonna go do a bathroom break. I'm gonna do an NBC. I'll be right back. What? 9 o'clock, baby. It's 7 o'clock on the dot. I seen a Scott Skiddly brunch. Yeah, got like 5 minutes. I just wanted to give a shout out to you guys for sticking around. You guys are all rad. Shout out to fucking the same guys that are here all the time. Vadium Player. Vadium Pela. Brumel Tone. Tom, he's a barrage. We almost caught up with each other last Wednesday at Culver Brewery. Enzo, everyone that's here. Donovan, Brunjo, Roswell, Delonius. If I'm missing anybody's name, I apologize. I was going to say something. Vlad, what happens after I hit the button? It goes for a minute. And then after that, it just goes to a black screen. And I have to hit a button on this. You guys see this? Yeah. So I want to give a shout out to all you guys. We put out a YouTube video last night. I put out a YouTube video. This was the one time I think this was 100% all me. sort of. There's a lot of them that are 100% on me, but the video got trolled and bombed, and and I woke up this morning with like, I don't know, I didn't delete any comments, but yada yada yada. The channel is going to be going more towards cooking with beer. That's how the channel started. Like straight up, like that's legitimately how the channel started. It wasn't a beer channel. We knew how to brew. We didn't learn this shit on the fly. We tried to get into the cooking world. We ate shit. We ate our asses. As in nobody watched except us. Me, Kevin, Maury. Fuck, who was even around in those days? Donnie. This is before Dabs. This is like Kevin Alexander, Kevin Tyrell. A lot of guys would just come over and we'd just be pieces of shit and barrage out. We're going to get back into it though. And like I said earlier, YouTube's sending me notifications like your channel doesn't suck, but like typically 5,000 people watch your video the first week, and this week it's going to be like, 500 or whatever the hell they sent me. That's fine. That's fair. It's a competitive market. I will never stop making YouTube videos for Homebrew for Life. I will never stop. And we just got to figure out a way to mix it up. And like I said, Maury's coming over on Saturday. There's 10 things on the board we could make on the fly. We got to write some things down and take a couple shots at stuff, and Maury's got kind of like a wandering eye and he kind of veers off, kind of like what Brian did tonight, and I'm just kind of more comfortable being on camera. We got to do a couple of rehearsals. We'll get it going. I know that there's a small human group of people out there, humanity, frogs. Target audience is frogs that watch our video, and that ultimately keeps the videos the channel flowing. And I don't say that because I'm trying to sell you a car. I say that because that's the reality of it. If there's no people to watch Game of Thrones season 1, there's no such thing as a season 2. And you can say like, I love my fans or I love all this stuff. It's like, well, it ultimately comes down to if it gets viewed or not. And that's the bottom line. That's the least amount of bullshit as you'll ever hear from any fucking station or radio or YouTube channel. The people that watch it are the people that are pretty much the boss. They are the producer. They're not the director. I'm the director. Maury's the actor. We're the actors. We're the editors. But you guys are the producers. Watch it. Keeps it going. So we're going to do a video. I've got like 10 things written down. I legitimately have 10 things written down. I have Cribs. Video. I want to do an MTV Cribs video. Adjust pH of mash. I don't really want to do these videos anymore. But that would be a good video. Or just like on the fly, like beer videos. Like if your mash is short or high with alkalinity or acidity, or if you didn't hit your sugar, you didn't hit your original gravity. A lot of people, what's kind of dumb in the beer industry is people don't do their mash, their gravity reading pre-boil, and that's huge. It's fucking totally huge. And if you're not hitting shit, and here's how you do it: you take when you're coming to flame out, pull some of that shit and don't put it straight into plastic or glass. It might crack. Put it into a coffee mug, put it in your freezer so it gets down to room temperature, and then, the hydrometer in it and see it. Because that's ultimately going to be your final gravity. Your original gravity. So how to know when, to take dry malt extract, which is pretty much sugar. It's just flavored sugar. And how much to put in there to stick to your 7% IPA. I talk a lot of shit about our channel and how dumb our channel is, but that could have been a good video, and we haven't done that video yet. Seltzer Max versus Proper Omega. That's That's more hard seltzer shit. How to get clear beer. I could tell you the video right now. I could literally tell you the video right now. Use Pilsen malt over 2-row or Mersader. There's a lot less proteins in Pilsen malt. Use a ton of gelatin. Use a ton of don't even fuck with Irish moss or anything. Cold crash. Not that kegging doesn't cold crash anyway. But yeah, just do 100% Pilsen malt, and your IPAs will look like Coors Light. Not Coors Light, but like Pacifico. How to adjust your mash. Brew house system. That's just like how we brew on. Could be a great video. Sous vide. I'm still kind of learning how to like sous vide. So, you know, I don't want to look like too much of a poser yet. But sous vide's awesome. It's like the reason you slow cook crock pot is for the name of the game with slow cooking and crock pot is that you take hard, shitty meats, short rib, meats you cannot cook, just shit meat, like just chuck and short rib. It's like actually kind of shit meat. But if you cook it long in a crock pot, it tastes delicious, but you have to compensate for how long it takes to cook. Sous vide cuts that in half. So a crock pot probably cooks it like probably close to, I don't know, 200 Fahrenheit, which is most ovens probably wouldn't even go to that. Sous vide, you cook it like 120, like 100, like a jacuzzi, like a little bit more in like a jacuzzi, and then you sear it after. But it's got like kind of more direct heat. It's a little bit different. I'm not stoked on that video. It's gonna bomb too, and YouTube's gonna tell me I'm a piece of shit for making that video. What I want to make is the Walmart roller. Walmart roller is there's a Walmart roller that's like $80. There's like an $80. And the thing about the Walmart roller is, I think the thing that completes everybody's brew house is a mill or a roller and probably a vacuum sealer at this point. You know, if you have those things, you probably have everything. Like, more often than not, I don't really need to buy anything anymore. You know, you kind of want to have like a self-sustainable brew house. The only thing I really buy at this point is pretty much just yeast. I don't wash it. I don't harvest it because I only brew like once a month probably at this point, 12 times a year, maybe twice a month if I'm not working construction, which I haven't in a while. But yeah, I think the only thing I actually need to buy is yeast, and half the time I don't even have to buy it. My friends will just give it to me. And that's a barrage thing. That's like a total barrage thing. Like, what happened in the chat? What happened in the chat? Oh! What happened? 3 people? Did you up? Is everyone dead? Delonius. Skeleton works wonders. Let's do the chat. Let's do it. Let's do it again. Let's do it. I think it's all kind of blowing it. It's all good. We still see the chat on the YouTube side. I just want to show up in the actual video. Fuck was I talking about? It's not barraging. Let's do a chat box. Chat box. Let's do it. Oh, there they go. Okay, here we go. All right. Who's hungry? All right, Kerpick, there he is. Jonathan Elliott, I get yeast. Yeah, last thing. Before we're out of here, we're supposed to leave here at 9 o'clock. San Diego is a fucking barrage of a brew scene, man. It is cool as hell. LA is a little bit different. You know, there's a lot of guys that don't know. There's 2 types of people that own breweries. There is Mike from Culver, and then there's the 23-year-old kid from Orange County that wants to brew a hard seltzer that thinks he's best friends with Puff Daddy and his dad is rich, and he goes to Cabo San Lucas every summer to catch marlin while getting a blowjob at the same time. People I know in San Diego, like if if you need a hookup or if you need a favor, they got you, man. Like, they got you. They got you. I'm out of here too, Lex. I'm out of here too, Brush. And then there's like the guys that are like money hungry. You either look at it one way, competition or community. There's a lot of them. It's very easy to do. There's really no right or wrong. Competition or community. And I think in the long run, the community pays off leaps and bounds more. Like Brian was talking about, like making t-shirts for this guy for free or this and that. And like, I've pretty much hit up every YouTuber that makes beer, and the people that are starting out channels, I know they're going to write me back. And I try to, like, you know, buy them beer. You know, I'm the senior, they're the freshman, take them in, you know, yada, yada, yada. But I've hit up everybody, and I'm not going to name any names anymore. Roger, this guy, Browse guy, English, this country, Canada, whatever. If they don't write me back, I'm not like, fuck you, kind of. But I'm not like going to make a scene about it, you know? Like, I reached out to you. You clearly watch my videos. Clearly. I've seen you steal some of the shit that I do. But if you look at it more as a community, it's going to benefit you. It's going to benefit everybody in the long run. And I think that's the better course of action. And I've always said the YouTube community is like the craft beer community. If there's a hard seltzer, every brewery is going to, you know, run, put the hard seltzer out there, be quick to market. Same as YouTube. Hard seltzer. We put it out there. It got 50,000 views. Most of our videos get like 1,000 views. It sucked. The hard seltzer that we made sucked. It was all yellow and it tasted like jizz. I don't know what jizz tastes like, but it tasted like jizz and piss at the same time. Jizz and piss. Lemonade, jizz, and piss. So that's it. And you know what, like, I'm kidding about Larry and stuff like that. I hit him up for the broadcast on Twitter and he didn't get back to me, and I'm not going to hold a grudge over that. I can't even hold grudges, to be honest with you. I suck at being mad for too long. I get mad like that, and in the morning I'm like, what? Who? What? Hey, let's fucking open up a brewery. Let's fucking open a brewery. Call everybody. Put all your money together. Let's open up a brewery. In the morning I'm like, what? I don't want to open up a brewery, especially with you and all my scumbag shithead friends. It's not happening. Now, not ever. Dawson's Creek still doesn't get the seltzer thing. Don't even get it. Let's get out of here. Shout out to all you guys, man. Kurt Pick, Tom Alvarado, Vladi Impella, Jonathan Elliott for sure. But there's so much yeast they don't get to play with. You're probably right. I have no idea what you're talking about, but you're probably right. You're definitely right. Tom Mellon, we're out of here. Let's get out of here, guys. I'm going to go see if my girlfriend even wants to lay in a bed with me. Johnny Lawrence Barbecue. Tom's funny. There's a local brewery that always sends me texts on what yeast to use. They envy home brewers and smaller systems. Real quick, Jonathan Elliott is exactly right, because he probably is a home brewer. I think he's new to the brush shit, but yeah, there's like commercial breweries that hit like again, what I said, there's beer and there's business. The guys that know business have big, not even social media, but word of mouth and distribution channels, and know people that, hey, my buddy can get me into this stadium or this and that. And then there's the guys that like don't know that. They've just known beer their whole life. They've just known like how to make beer, how to make the best tasting IPA or the best tasting American Blonde or Lager or Kettle Sour. And he's exactly right, Jonathan Elliott. Like, you're probably getting phone calls all day like, hey, like really quick, like, what yeast do you use? You know, it's like, fuck you, man. Like, but that's it. Let's get out of here. Jonathan Elliott, welcome to the broadcast. Let's jump in, man. We're going to get you, man. We're going to fucking get you, man. No, I'm just kidding, man. We're all still barraging. Yeast and the Beast, have a good night. Dawson's Creek theme song, exactly. Professionals say. Jonathan Elliott knows exactly what I'm talking about. There's beer and there's business. It's very rare, and timing. The biggest thing of all is timing, you know, and location kind of goes with timing. If South Park came out today, it'd probably bomb. If Seinfeld came out today, it would probably bomb. It came out at a really time. There was no social media. People wanted edgy shit and would stare at TVs all day channel surfing. If it came out now, I don't even know people that have cable anymore. All I'm saying, let's get out of here. Jonathan Elliott, welcome to the Barrage Club. You're a barrage. That damn playla. Let's get out of here. That's it, guys. Everyone be good. We're out of here. Cheers, eating good, drinking good. Go troll my last YouTube video. Don't even live your lives. I was going to say, like, if you troll it, you're still, like, giving it some credit, you know? I don't know, man. We're out of here. Everyone be good. Delonius. Yeah, join Roswell's Discord. Delonius, I got to go. I know you guys, Delonius, East and Beast, are going to be partying on Discord. I got to go hang out with the chick. I'm smoke some weed. I got to play golf in the morning. Everybody be good. And have a good night. Cheers, eating good, drinking good. Later, Seamus. Tom, later, you brunch. Later, Vlad. Next Wednesday is right. Gunk. We'll talk about how we came up with that dumb shit. Hellbrews, you're a barrage. Later, Bruno Tone. Later, Tom.